If you're tuning into this show, thank the heavens that we're still alive because we survived a natural disaster that rocked this studio not even 40 minutes ago.
I'm still shaking.
We've tossed out all of our plans for what we were going to talk about today because an earthquake has ripped through San Diego, and you were looking at 4 of the handful of survivors.
Yeah.
Attention, San Diego residents.
Where were you guys when Earthquake 2025 struck San Diego at 10:08 this morning?
Where were you? Where were you sitting?
I was
Where were you terrified?
at a stoplight. And I thought my car was either hit by the car behind me or I thought my car was going to explode because it was all of a sudden like making the craziest sounds. And I'm like, is this car going to blow up? What's happening? And then
You heard noises? Even outdoors?
Yeah. And then I looked behind me to see like how close that car hit me. And they were far away. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then I looked at the stoplights and those are going like,
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's an earthquake. Thank
Swanging.
God. Yeah. So I was in my car, but safe and sound. Rocco, where were you?
Where were you guys?
I was at home. I was about to leave to come over here. And then, it was like the room had been violently drop kicked by God.
Mhm.
And then, I searched the place. Everything was okay. But I swear I heard something falling, but it seemed like everything was okay. And then just as I left, right by the door, a shelf of Star Wars figure arts
No.
did not survive.
No way.
C3PO has fallen.
Oh my
C3PO
God.
down.
It was in pieces.
Give him to Chewbacca. He needs to be reassembled.
Yeah, he looked like Anakin just started on him. Damn it.
Have you looked into your office yet?
He's
Because that
made
could have
to
been
suffer.
fucked up too.
No, as I was sitting here, you could see the look on my face as Derek started to mention this. I haven't gone into my office.
Like, I don't know what.
That is not going to be
Oh
good.
my God.
You wouldn't be able to tell.
If you go in there, the floor is going to be covered with toys.
Yeah.
It's almost like guaranteed.
I'm not going to recognize it.
I know. The whole shelf came down on top of anything or just onto the floor?
No. The shelf didn't come off the wall. It just shook the entire.
Okay. The
like it
contents.
just tilted down and slid it off. Yeah,
Okay,
it was not good.
Damn.
But
You must
could've
have
been
had
worse.
that thing triple dead bolted with titanium studs
Mm-hmm.
because I think it was like an 8.9 on the Richter scale.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Was it really that high?
It was?
No.
No, it was
It's a 6.0, I think.
It was a 5.2.
Oh,
You said
But
the
it was like
epis-
right here though, right?
So it struck in Julian,
Mhm.
which is, sometimes you hear these earthquakes and they come from like Mexicali or
El Centro.
a place where you're like, is that a real place? Never heard of that. El Centro. Julian, that's where they got the apple pies, famous in San Diego.
Yeah,
that's where everybody gets married. That's not that far away. It's like a 40-minute drive
I
from
hope
here.
the pies are okay.
Yeah, the pies.
Yeah,
Mom's
that's what
pies
you
are fine.
You said that when we came and hope the
Yeah.
pies are okay.
Mhm.
God, that's got to be like a fucking Laurel and Hardy bit. in that
I was gonna say
Julian Pie Factory. And it's like, so you guys get into a fight in here? What happened?
probably a whole Bulk and Skull scene that just unfolded.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being in a pie factory when an earthquake hits?
Oh,
I mean, you're scared, but then pie hits somebody in the face and you're like
It's funny.
stifling your laugh.
Yeah.
And the worst part, just imagine the music.
You're trying to run for safety, and every time somebody slips, you hear the slide whistle.
I know. Oh my God.
You start eating
Margaret.
Derek, where were you?
Boo-boo-boo. When the earthquake struck, it was like the ass cheeks of God had split and the biggest, most bellowing diarrhea fart ripped out of the earth. Or maybe I was thinking to myself because I was taking a shit on.
Oh no!
You were on the throne?
I was on the throne, yes.
Damn.
Ruling my kingdom.
That sucks because you're like stuck there, you
Stuck.
know?
You
can't
ride
get
that
under-
out in the seat.
Can't get under a door frame or anything.
You're riding it out.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like what's TMI? How much information do I want to share about this story?
Hey man, there's nothing we haven't heard before.
Well,
Do you think real?
I'm going to skip some of the details, but what? What's
This is day one of a full week of Mega64 podcasts. We're
Yeah.
doing these every day.
Yeah.
It's going to come out eventually. We're going to be extracted of all information anyway, so I say you might as well
it was
with
coming
now.
out
Okay, fine.
and it was extracted.
Full disclosure. It was I was getting ready to come to the studio to do this week of podcasts. I was gonna take a shower, but sometimes, when you're about to shower, you're like, well, let's
Yeah.
just do a full reset of the system.
Yeah. Gauss. Yeah.
So I was completely naked,
Your ablutions.
Yeah.
taking a shit. Pardon my French. Poo-pooing and great poo-pooing. And the phone out of nowhere gives you the like death tone.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I didn't get that.
yeah.
Yeah. Garrett, I think you and me might be the couple people that have
Turned it off?
completely disabled that stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I've gotten like not to depart from that, but I've gotten bad reactions from that when like these alerts happen and I'm the only one. I'm like, I disabled that
Well,
completely.
how are you going to save the kid who got abducted in the Amber Alert?
I always get those when I'm asleep, so I can't help anyway. So I'm no good.
They only abduct children when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
These
You
fucking
sleep in a
guys,
lot.
dude. These fucking criminals. These child abductors.
They wait until I'm asleep because they know I'm like Batman. For
These
that shit.
traffic-
Rocco's going to see the white Toyota with the kid in the back with his face pasted to the windshield. He's going to be like, that's weird. What's that about? Anyways, and just go on with his day, having no idea that,
Yeah.
little
No.
Carlo
I
was
sense
just
when something's
abducted.
wrong. I know it needs
So-
technology.
Derek, you got the alarm before the earthquake?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Mine was after.
I got the
Yeah,
alarm.
Mine was, or the ones I heard were after.
Yeah. So it kind of terrified me because it was like, and my whole phone
Oh my
turned
God.
red. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then it said it literally said full screen earthquake, take shelter. And as I'm reading that before I process it,
It starts.
boom, fucking shockwave rips through my bathroom.
Oh. Did you hear it coming? Because
No.
it happened to me once a long time ago. But okay.
And you hear it coming.
There was once I was laying in bed and I heard a wave,
A rumble.
Yeah.
boom. I was like, oh shit. It was crazy.
I feel like I always sense it from the windows. No matter where I'm at, I start to hear window jiggle. Like that.
Yeah.
Even if it's faint, I always pick up on that.
Mm.
And it's like, oh, earthquake's coming.
Well, there was an earthquake in San Diego about 13 years ago, if I remember correctly, on Easter.
oh yeah, I
You
missed
remember
that one. I was out of town.
And I was sitting at my computer desk on that one, and I started hearing a thud, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I realized my table was banging against the wall.
Oh.
And I'm like, what is going on here? And then the rocking just kept increasing. And then I was like, oh my God, it's an earthquake.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the only earthquake that warmed up. But yeah, this one just kind of rocked through the house real quick. I don't know. And then it was like, do I keep shitting? Do I get dressed? Dude,
Yeah. What's protocol?
yeah, this is just a shockwave just ripped through here. Is there going to be an aftershock?
Right.
Was that the warm up to the big one? And
Oh.
by the way,
I wish.
there's probably going to be some aftershocks, and sometimes these earthquakes happen before the big one. So
Oh.
That's true. That could have been the pre-shock.
Yeah.
yeah, you could see an earthquake happen live on camera this week. We don't know.
Yeah.
We're just, that's what it's like
Yeah,
living
it could
in
be
San
coming
Diego.
in another 10 seconds.
It's not all sunshine and surfers. We got to deal with earthquakes here too.
I feel like LA deals with it way more than we do. And the last big one I can remember was the one on Easter, but nothing
Well,
really.
Yeah.
we
yeah.
were-
Is that the one you were talking about over a decade ago? That was on an Easter?
yes. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, that was the scariest one to me. I felt like this one was more violent, but that one, I felt like it would never end.
Yeah.
I was a little more scared during that one because it just felt like, oh my God, is this going to go on forever? I was at my aunt's house for Easter and everything was shaking.
Well, I
Just
think
felt like it went on and
the
on.
magnitude of an earthquake is determined by the time that it lasts. It's not like they shake harder; they shake longer.
Oh,
Oh, I thought
okay.
they do shake harder. They don't?
The magnitude is determined by how long it goes for.
Oh.
So is it lasting for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds?
Oh, wow.
And that one lasted for a while, and it
Yeah.
gets scarier,
The longer it goes,
The
is
longer it
where-
goes, you're like, when the fuck is this going to end? Is my house going to survive
you
this?
do have the
Yeah.
thought, what if this never stops? It's a dumb thought, but
Yeah, that
you
was the
you
one
have
time I
thought.
felt that way. Yeah. This one felt more destructive to me, but that one was so long. It was scary.
Yeah, it's hard. That one was so long ago. I just
Yeah.
have my memories of the event and the table hitting the chair, but it's hard to remember what it actually felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst for me was in the Anime Expo panel a few years ago.
Oh, yeah. You guys were there doing a panel for that.
And there was a
God.
big earthquake in LA, and we were up in a not the ground floor of a hotel doing our panel, and It wasn't so much that the room like shook like crazy and you could see the chandeliers and stuff going, but the fear that spread into the panel room.
Yeah.
And then that made it like intense, like, oh, fuck. Like looking around like, oh, this isn't funny. Like people are freaked.
Where were you for this one?
I was here with Johnny.
Right here where you're sitting?
I'm sitting right here where I was, and Johnny was sitting right over there.
What was it like in this studio?
It was, so we're also not on the ground floor, and I think that might cushion the initial vibration, because I would say, Johnny, like, we heard it coming as well.
I guess so.
It's, to me, it sounded like a little rumble started, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Like a big-ass truck in the street or something? A big diesel driving by? And then it was like, no, that's louder than that. Then the building started shaking. And we have these like lighting armatures and gaffing that runs, I don't know if that's the right term, but runs all over. They were all fucking shaking about 6 inches.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everything up here, all the dampening
Was it
for
loud?
sound. No, it was just like, we were talking about WrestleMania and I went, oh, hold on. That's an earthquake. And then we listened and then it stopped. And then I went, so CM Punk, I think, is going to be in
You didn't skip a beat.
Survivor Series is coming to San Diego next. But then I could tell, like, I didn't skip a beat, but Johnny was like, yo, you must have, you've lived here a long time because you're just like ready to move on from that. Like, that was crazy.
Yeah, how was that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Johnny,
all
you're
right.
from the East Coast. So what was that for you? What was how?
Garrett was like, oh, get under a door frame. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's
Okay.
right. We did, because it did go a little longer than I liked. So we walked up and
The door frame?
we stood under the door frames.
Yeah.
But then I just thought, like, well, we're not on the ground floor, so we're going to fall through this fucker. What good is it?
I don't know.
But yeah.
But Johnny, was it scary for you? I mean, this is your second earthquake now?
Yeah, the Anime Expo one was way scarier. That went on for like hours.
And that was also your first one, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
You're trial by fire, dude.
For sure.
And then it was even worse because I got blamed for it when it was over.
Oh, that's right, because you put the fire alarm that was
I
pulled
made a
or
joke about I pulled the fire alarm. Ha 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 ha. Like, and then they had
talked
a
to you.
talk with me.
Yeah.
Like, so you pulled a fire alarm? Oh no, that was sarcasm.
I was joking.
But it was all good after that.
Kevin, where were you?
I was at home. I was putting my socks on to get ready to come here, and yeah, it just started shaking. And I thought there were people on my roof just cleaning, and
Oh.
I was like, "Oh, it's just that's not them. That's not them." And
Dude,
it
what if they
they're
fell
not on the roof
off?
anymore. Yeah, they fell right off.
Fling your ass.
Yeah.
but yeah, and then as soon as it stopped, we're like, "Oh, that was crazy." Okay,
You move on.
I'm going
yeah.
to work.
Well, I was lucky not to get sucked down the drain.
Yeah, you are lucky.
Yeah.
Ass first, okay. There was a whirlpool. You know,
Sinkhole.
it looked like fucking Clash of the Titans, Odyssey shit going on down there.
Should I check my office or should I do it later?
I think.
Well,
Yeah, I think you should check it.
Well, they ain't
Should I
going to see it.
how are they going to see it?
I mean, I don't know. I'll take a picture or something.
Guys,
but if
You
it's
will?
bad,
I don't think people at home realize the joke is his office looks like it was hit by an earthquake before the earthquake.
no, but it could be worse. Like, there's a lot of stuff on the shelves. I don't know. Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to tell, though.
I wouldn't be able to
He'll
tell.
Unless
They'll
there's
know.
like,
You will.
the footprints that are left by the non-dust area on a shelf.
I
It's
think-
just going to be
yeah.
a bunch of like G.I. Joe
I
footprints.
have cartoon logic. I feel like you're going to go in there and the stuff's not going to be on the floor.
It's going to be all
It
picked
got all
up.
shook back up onto the shelves.
The office is like sparkling clean.
Yeah.
It's all
crazy.
unpacked. and
We'll
put away.
investigate the office right after this theme song. Okay.
Emergency announcement. Carl Strauss, the sponsor of today's show, has been nominated for San Diego Union Tribune's Readers Poll this year. And as you all know, they've already proven to the fans of Mega64 that they are the best beer podcast sponsor in the world. You remember they sponsored our Christmas cast
Yeah.
and a couple of other shows.
Hell
we went
yeah.
to the Carl Strauss Brewery. We are good friends with the people of Carl Strauss, San Diego's #1 brewery.
We know Carl personally.
But now they must seize the title for Best Craft Brewery. That's hard to say. Brewery. And Best Happy Hour in San Diego. For them, it's do or die.
Do or die.
Life or death. And some might even say spiritual warfare.
Whoa.
show them some love, and immediately head over to the link. Can we put that link in the chat? Good. And vote for them for Best Craft Brewery and Best Happy Hour category. Now, listen, we know most people out there don't live in San Diego. The San Diego Union Tribune, they don't need to know that. You can still vote.
Yeah, they
Whether
don't
you
tell them
live in-
anything.
We're gonna totally game the system for our friends at Carl Strauss. It's Operation Takeover.
Yeah.
We got to flex the Mega64 fan base power. We got to show the San Diego Union Tribune that we are a force to be reckoned with.
Yes.
That we have fans all over the world who will come and can tip the scale in any competition. And we're going to prove that theory by having all of you go vote for Carl Strauss. Do it! And we will appreciate you forever. And Carl Strauss is sponsoring this show, and we're going to have a segment in the middle of this show, particularly sponsored by them. And it's going to be great. They're good friends and longtime Mega64 fans. The people who work at Carl Strauss have been watching Mega64 for years, before they even started working there. And so they brought us into the fold. We're now part of the family. We have a seat at the table.
And can I reiterate something you just said?
Go ahead.
Do it!
Oh my.
Thank you. That's all. I should have said that.
Do it. Do it.
Okay.
What's the best do it? Do it.
Nike.
I got to go Palpatine always. That's
Palpatine.
That's,
You're not Ben Stiller, Starsky and Hutch. Do
Can't
it.
say I am.
Do it.
Do it.
You remember that movie?
I do.
Yeah, I remember that. Do it.
Good, because it's a good movie.
Rocco,
Mm-hmm.
how is the office looking?
Yeah, what's up with the figures?
It
Figure
looks
update.
exactly the same.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah, it's not any different.
We're good.
we're good. Everything is fine.
I told you wouldn't even be able to tell.
Well, there's things so stacked deep on the shelves.
They're locked
Like it's a
in.
huge mess in there, but the shelves that are up are all stacked multiple figures deep. They're all standing just fine.
Okay.
But that you couldn't say that at home. At home, like I said, the half the Star Wars galaxy is in shambles.
Oh no.
Speaking of which, thank you for doing a great show on Friday. Sorry I couldn't be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
You're-
missed
you're
you.
welcome.
Yeah, we held it down in your absence.
I do want to talk a little bit about the Nintendo event I was at. Am I good? Can I share that?
There
Okay.
are no rules. We have a whole week to get to it.
I just want to make sure I didn't step on Carl Strauss because I'm very happy.
We have
that
a whole
they
week to get to
sponsored.
everything we have planned.
Cool.
So we can be fast and loose with the show today. We
Great.
can be relaxed.
Well, I'm excited for podcast week. I got a whole bunch of stuff planned, and I thought I'd kick it off. I didn't even really talk to you guys about this. I just figured you'd be so into it. I got a different. We're gonna do a different
Wow.
popcorn bucket every day
That.
of
Oh my
the
god.
of
you
the
have
week.
5 new popcorn buckets?
Thank you, Johnny.
I don't know what that is.
That's the stop talking about popcorn buckets alarm.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. It's just going to be here. But I just want to warn everyone now. It makes a lot of sound. Like this thing is fucking loud. Don't knock
up,
my
dude.
mug over.
You almost did with your stupid toy.
His fucking tail.
So this is what this one does.
It
That's
does,
how I feel on the inside. Every
That's
time
how
I
I-
see another popcorn bucket.
does it go? Zobble, 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 zobble.
That's funny you said that. That's funny you said that, Derek.
Thank you.
Because
I'm a funny guy.
Yes.
This is a comedy podcast.
that's how you feel on the inside. But I thought you smelled bad on the outside.
Do I smell bad?
No, I'm quoting The Empire
took a
Strikes
shower.
Back. I'm quoting
Yeah,
it.
we Star-
about the shower.
It's from Star Trek, dude.
Anyway.
Uh,
So look forward to. I got way bigger ones for the
So
rest
this
of
is
the
what
week.
Disney is wasting their fucking time on as their stocks plummet for
This is
3
Disney?
fucking years in a row, huh?
No.
No.
The
Oh,
stock's back up now.
It's not
Wait a
because
minute.
I have Disney stock and it's been crashing.
Well, that's on you then.
Pretty consistently for about 3 years now.
That's up to you to make it better.
they reused a mold for raptor's feet on this.
Yeah, I was
Tauntaun.
looking at the feet.
Those
Yeah,
are
the feet are incorrect.
those are Jurassic Park. Those are not Tauntaun
Yeah, the-
anatomically
The Tauntaun
correct.
have like like cute feet.
Kevin,
Yeah.
do you have
That
a close
shit's
up on
ugly.
this? Because
This is a raptor.
This
claw,
is a raptor
100%.
claw. Also, fun fact, not about this, but my dog has this claw, but there's 2 of them right here. Like 2 claws. She's a little freakazoid. Got extra toe. How about that? But
That's you shouldn't
this
have
raptor,
adopted that one.
what?
It's
This raptor
defective.
toy.
Also,
It's not a raptor. One. Go
Go
ahead, Derek. please.
It actually does look like a raptor, and they just swapped the head.
That's
and-
what I'm saying,
and
the
slapped
legs.
and slapped a saddle on there.
and they painted it gray.
Does a raptor have a bendable tail?
Yeah, why
Yes.
is
No.
Yeah,
why
it
is that
does
bendable?
actually.
Because so you could pose it.
Oh, you know what?
Does it
I
have
think
dino
it'd probably
damage?
fall if you couldn't
What do you
do
mean?
that.
Does a raptor have a bendable tail? Does a raptor have a tail?
A
Yes.
bendable tail. I have not seen a raptor bucket with that.
If that
Are we talking about real raptors?
No, I'm talking about
Look,
the popcorn.
You can see the little JP logo on the hind leg there.
No,
It
no. Oh,
doesn't.
wait, it's got dino damage. Oh man, you're right.
Where's the popcorn go?
Yeah, what?
I
That's a
didn't
great
hear me
question.
say
In here, but see, there's been controversy. See,
Yeah,
it goes
I
in
bet.
there because everyone's like, it should be in the belly. You should be able to open this up and get the belly and get popcorn out of there, and the popcorn should stink.
That's a controversy.
yeah,
popcorn.
yeah. Everyone's like, it should come out of the belly and it should stink, so you couldn't comment.
Where's
on
this controversy being
it. Popcorn bucket Reddit
popcorn
Is there
bucket
really a
Reddit?
Reddit? I guess there has to be. Why am I surprised about that?
Is there a Reddit for popcorn buckets?
r/bucket.
Is
Oh, is it really?
Oh, God.
I made. That
Is
up.
Empire back in theaters? Like, why
It's
is
the 45th
this?
anniversary.
And this makes noise in the theater where kids are.
No, this is for the
No,
theme
it's
park.
it's at the theme
I
parks.
knew it.
You go to Disneyland just for popcorn buckets now?
What?
Oh.
That's a yes. That's a.
I thought this was a movie. I thought popcorn buckets come from the fucking theater.
That's like when
No,
you.
they're at the theme
That's like
parks.
when the girl asks her boyfriend, like, "So you cheated on me?" And he goes, "What?"
yeah.
I
How
don't
much
go.
did it
I don't go
cost?
just for that.
What?
Yeah, he
What?
went for the other popcorn bucket too.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, there's two.
The phone's breaking up. I got.
There's a new one every week. Are these not movie theater popcorn related?
No, he's going to
No.
Disneyland.
Oh my
They had
God.
them there before the fucking movie theaters.
You know,
I'm not aware
the
of
movie
this
theater.
market.
The movie theaters took that from them.
I will
really?
say,
Yeah.
and I hope this conversation about popcorn buckets doesn't go on for 40 minutes.
Well,
like Taco
it'll be a
Bell.
little bit every day.
I hope
is
this
the-
isn't a Taco Bell level discussion.
Oh, okay.
But I thought when
I
we
love
did when we graciously said, Rocco, we should do a video about your popcorn buckets. And we put out the popcorn bucket video. I thought that would be kind of like the end of the popcorn bucket.
Oh, I thought it
Content.
was an encouragement.
It kind
Well,
of
shit. If you guys don't want to do the segment every day, I won't do it. I mean,
it opened the
fuck.
floodgates.
No, I mean,
We
no,
like
but
it.
this one's already out.
Yeah.
yeah, but it might as well keep it.
No, I am now intrigued the fact that I can't imagine what are the 4 more Disneyland popcorn buckets going to be.
are there really that many more? Or were you joking?
There's more than that, but I minimized it too.
Oh my God.
No, this is. I just wanted to bring this out.
How much does this cost?
That's a great question, Derek.
With the, you could get it with food. Like this one, I actually got. It came with fries when I got it.
It was fries were on the inside.
Depending on where you get it, they give you a different food.
Just looking for a number.
It was $30
$30.
with the whatever.
And you bought 5 of them
Yeah.
at the same time?
Well, it's separate trips.
And they were all $30?
No, they
Some
go
are 40.
up and down.
Up and down.
Do you eat your meals at home with your reusable popcorn buckets?
Yeah,
Like,
you don't need bowls
when you have
anymore.
a snack, you don't need bowls or plates. You have so many buckets.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the sky's the limit.
You pour some chili into that
Cereal?
figment.
Yeah.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless, really.
Fill Vader's head with some Fruit Loops.
No, the Vader one that's normie.
I
core.
love it.
That's
I
normie.
love it when Rocco is too good for one.
Yeah,
That's
well,
my
it's like
favorite.
They're doing it now because Revenge of the Sith is going to be in theaters. The anniversary.
Yeah.
and they're doing popcorn buckets, and they're all Vader's helmet. Guys, we have how many Vaders do we have? We're good. I
I
only have a couple of this
what
guy.
what the line for you is so in my mind so razor thin of what's cool and what's lame that
Yeah.
it's just like but you're so diehard on one way or the other.
I love-
I need that or that's
I love
normie core.
pretending that like these popcorn buckets are for normies.
Yeah. This one, however,
These popcorn buckets for these Disney normies will just buy anything.
Yeah.
the tauntaun.
This one though,
Can I be honest?
this is
I'll allow
the chic one.
They came out at the same time. They put out a Death Star one.
Yeah.
I didn't get it because of
Normie.
that reason. I was like, Death Star. Too.
Normie.
We have a million things with that,
Yeah.
but cute creatures.
Yeah.
You're in.
Somebody
You
might
got
walk
me.
into your home or room and see the Death Star popcorn bucket and be like, "This guy's a fucking nerd."
Yeah. But the creature is like,
when they walk in and see this one, be like, "Ooh,
Ooh, he likes Jurassic
interesting.
Park.
well, it's like I'm
What
not,
is this piece of art here?"
Jurassic
Yeah.
Park.
it has nothing to do with
Is
this.
this
I
a,
know. It's
is
just
this
No,
a
why don't you
raptor
push that
from
button?
Jurassic Park?
No, it's definitely not.
Wait,
but
it's
yeah.
posable?
Yeah.
You got this
That's
at
what I'm saying.
Universal
Be real
Studios?
careful how you
Hey,
pose
what
it.
do you mean posable? The arms have one click of fucking.
that's it.
That's the pose.
It's meant for popcorn.
How do you
Dude,
check out the different poses, guys? We have pose A,
Also,
pose B.
I would like to point out.
Hold on. There's a fourth pose.
Are the hands
Pose
articulated?
Again,
C.
I
how
think
much popcorn can you actually fit in this thing?
There's no articulation. there.
again, I think we're really underrating the sound. Look,
Sounds
He
like
does.
he's getting
He does
sucked
the
off.
he does the best part. Oh, okay, I'm sold now.
oh wait, that was a separate, shorter one because the other one goes a lot longer. Damn,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry to cut everyone short.
dude. My popcorn bucket will freeze before I hit the
But
first marker.
So, how much do you think these things cost to make in China? Like $2?
Probably $28, and then they
Are
sell
they
it for
not
After
free.
tariffs.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
are they going to
Margins
be
are
more
razor
expensive
thin.
now?
How much popcorn could actually? There's nothing that could fit in there.
Fries,
it's so
baby.
small.
It can.
I'm trying to find a cool. Oh, the legs move too.
Yeah, the legs move. It
Did
does it all.
I'm trying
And
to
again,
find
the
a cool
tail.
pose.
The tail. I mean,
The tail's like an
They're all
infinite.
closed.
I want to pop some
Pose.
popcorn and then fill it up and see how much we could actually fit in there. Because I
Yeah.
bet you it's less than a bowl. It's like a teeny
possibly,
amount.
but you know,
Yeah, you'd get
That's-
more popcorn if you ordered the paper bowl there.
that's only half the reason to get it, though.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
Anyway,
running.
there you go.
That's posable.
No, this is like right before he dies. I don't want to see him like that.
no, he's like
Or-
in football position.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
tackle,
ready to
tackle
hike.
somebody.
3, 2.
It's like he's looks like he's. I almost saw his flute just then.
Don't look up there.
No, right up. Right up his jacksy.
TOS violated.
Damn.
Yep. Sorry,
it's a-
Johnny.
Is that the
Oh,
we've been
man.
talking about popcorn buckets for too long?
I think
alarm?
he's a she.
Hey,
guys.
I showed it and I was ready to move on, but they wouldn't let it go.
I'm sorry.
They wouldn't let it go. God, it's gonna be a long 5 days.
This is This is
Anyway.
why you subscribe to Mega64
Well-
Infinite.
Well, anyway, I did want to say thank you again. It was a great podcast. I saw some of it.
Yeah.
I got to go to the Nintendo Switch 2 event in LA, and I was waiting to go in, and I watched a little bit of the podcast, a
Ooh.
little bit. I wanted to see
Which
like,
part?
okay,
Was it a good part?
Yeah. What part was it?
Was it the almonds?
I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
All right.
But no, I liked what I saw. But I just wanted to say real quick, went to the event. It was a lot of fun. Got to play Switch 2 games. Got to play Metroid Prime 4 with the mouse controls. That was really fun. Got to play the Welcome Tour, Switch 2 Welcome Tour
Yeah, that should
game.
be free.
Yeah, and talked with the staff about it where they were like, yeah, literally everyone has asked why it's not free. There's a lot of sound coming from
No, go ahead, Rocco. Continue.
Actually, I think I kind of like the popcorn bucket the more I look at it.
Thank you, right?
So you were saying Switch?
Well, I wanted to see, it's a second sound. But yeah, I had fun at the event, and there was an adults only area,
Whoa.
a naughty games area
Nintendo, what are we doing?
that had Yakuza 0 in it and Cyberpunk. And I went into it, and when I went in there, I heard a familiar voice,
Oh yeah.
and it wasn't this. It was someone who had called into the show many, many times over the years, was working for Nintendo.
What?
And do you have the picture, Johnny?
You met the captain?
Captain Japan.
What?
You and the captain made it happen?
You and the captain made it happen.
Captain Japan, long Mega64 internet soldier.
I mean, that's like from back in the
was
early
in
days.
the adults only area. So they are an adult, confirmed. And they were there. So I thought that was cool. So I
wow.
just wanted to share that.
Shouts out Captain
Have they worked
Japan.
for Nintendo for a while?
I don't, beats me.
What are they doing?
That's
in,
awesome.
What's their job at Nintendo?
I don't know.
Oh,
We've witnessed Captain Japan's career through gaming over the years and
Mm-hmm.
always advancing to higher and higher levels.
Yes.
Good on him. That's
So-
fucking great.
I put a longer video where I talked about the event on my personal YouTube channel. If you want to hear me, I don't need to go on forever about it, but it was a lot of fun.
Sure.
Well, are you sold on Switch
is
2?
this okay? Do you care that I'm playing with your popcorn bucket?
That silence speaks volumes.
Why?
I mean, I just
this
feel
all
like
right
they
with
might
you?
not be able to see it the whole shot,
I can see it.
as long as you can see it.
I think if I was at Disneyland, this is where I would keep
That's
the
the
popcorn.
way. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how you're supposed to wear.
Can you tighten the strap?
I think so.
Ooh.
In the special editions, the Tauntaun rides Han Solo.
Ooh, yeah. We're trying to get in the belly. Stay warm.
So Switch 2, you gonna buy it? It's gonna be a long week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'll just put this. I'll just put this down now. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I won't touch it anymore. I'm done.
Switch 2 was fun.
Oh, was it much better than the Switch 1?
Yeah. It was a lot better.
Now, the big takeaway, I saw you tweet that you were worried about it not being a 4K OLED or an OLED screen,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it went back to an HDR-ready 1080p screen,
Yeah. And it looked great.
and that fear was quenched. Then.
Yes.
Awesome.
It looked awesome.
Okay,
It
that's
looked-
cool.
It looked really great. The only time I could tell a difference between that and the old OLED screen was every now and then it would go black or something,
Okay,
and
the
you'd
blacks.
be like, okay.
Not deep enough.
Yeah, that could be better, but most of the time it didn't matter.
And
Does it feel like the next Switch? You know,
Yeah,
the next console.
It was way bigger, way more unibody because the the Joy-Cons are magnetic and just suck into the fucking thing now. So it feels like one unbroken device. You
yeah,
know
it
what
was
I mean?
the original Switch is kind of flimsy at the Joy-Cons.
Yeah, yeah. It's like one unibody thing. It's bigger, and then I'm playing a game, and it's like, damn, this looks like a next gen game. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like Cyberpunk looks like really good.
Yeah,
You know?
hell yeah.
So yeah, it was impressive.
All right, because that was my one thought was like, we have the Switch and it's still fine. Like, is this going to be the next? Oh shit, this is evolved.
Yeah.
Nintendo,
Yeah.
Super Nintendo was such a jump. You can't do that every time.
Yeah.
But I was just curious.
Now I heard they were gonna make the Switch cartridges taste good this time.
That's what I heard
Did you
too.
have a chance to lick them?
I started. I was like, they were like, okay, so here's Metroid Prime 4. Here's how you do the mouse controls. I was like, cool. Let me see that real quick.
Eject.
Pop that slot open.
Mm.
You get a close up.
Could you get? Oh,
Dude,
Damn,
you can play Jenga with that thing.
Yeah.
that's a
Damn.
Rocco's tongue is
And
like
it
bass
didn't
and
do
kiss.
anything.
And you're single right now? How is that possible?
It didn't do anything?
There was no cartridge in the slot. It was pointless for me to do.
Oh, it was a download.
yeah.
Fuck.
But the downloads tasted fine.
Sean,
Download
you
was
okay over there?
flavor free.
Just like-
We're moving on. Sean, we're moving on.
I can't. I tried.
Now, is the mouse, did you get a chance to use the mouse Joy-Con mode?
Yes.
Is that cool or is that gimmick?
It was shocking how smooth it was. First, it was like
an optical
there's
mouse,
no,
right?
yeah, it's not like stuttering on the thing. I mean, it was so smooth,
Yeah.
but also so instantaneous. How I'm playing Metroid Prime with the regular controls, and then you would just go like this. You would just, and then it's doing it. It's not like, oh, go into the start menu and switch
So
to mouse controls.
It could even be like this puzzle, pop your
Yes.
cart off, do a mouse puzzle, and then put it back on and go back to
Yes. I was playing a boss and just doing regular controls, like, okay, this is better for that. But then I was fighting like 100 dudes, and I was like, no, I want the aim of the mouse. Like, boom, boom, boom,
They're-
boom, boom,
yeah,
boom. And it was
snipe
so
'em.
accurate. It was really cool. And I was surprised how many things I read, people who journalists that went to the event that were like, oh, it's a great system, but I wish it had that Nintendo innovation. Like, I think even Jeff Keighley said that at one point. Like, oh, I missed like when they would innovate a crazy thing you hadn't seen before. But to me, it was that. The mouse
Yeah.
thing, I was like,
The only thing is though, when I'm playing at my house, I'm on the couch. Like,
Yeah.
what did I put the mouse on? Like, where does that? Where would I do that?
For me, I think it's going to open them up to like, you could port any PC game to
Yeah.
this now. So it's probably not for you on handheld mode.
Is it like a
Yeah, like a
little lap table?
but it doesn't seem like a requirement,
food tray or
so.
something.
But it was really cool to have it, and it just made me. After I played Metroid, it made me feel like, okay, port the Halo collection to this.
Fuck yeah.
To play Halo on the Switch would already be funny, but then to have those controls with it would be
Yeah.
like, damn. Anyway, so that's all. That's all I wanted to say. It was a lot of fun.
No, that's cool.
So,
We missed you, but I look
Thank you.
forward to the video you shot coming soon.
yeah, I shot some stuff that I'll put up later, but I did a video just kind of rambling about everything on
Hell
my
yeah.
personal YouTube channels. So that's all.
Did you guys? I think we have a lawsuit on our hands. Not with Nintendo. Not talking about the Switch anymore. We're gonna
With
move
me
on
over
here. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a custody battle. I think.
Derek's
I
in
knew
love.
it. I knew it. You were getting handsy, and I figured.
He is kind of like a cute puppy. It doesn't stop. Jesus.
Keep trying to put him down, but he keeps going.
How many times you press the button? Just
See,
once?
that's what I love about it.
Actually, the tail is soft. Ooh, I'm really liking this thing. The more I touch it.
Right? Thank you. Thank you.
Black Mirror just came back on
Oh,
Netflix
yeah,
with
yeah.
a new season, and they ripped us off.
What?
Uh-oh, I didn't know about this.
They took somebody at Black Mirror clearly is a Mega64 fan, and they're
Uh-oh.
thinking nobody watches these guys anymore. I could steal their videos and make a whole fucking Black Mirror episode out of it, and nobody's gonna know. Well, guess what? I saw it. What?
Was it like Timbo? Like what was they
What'd
ripped
they
off
do?
one of our videos?
They stole our subscriptions video.
oh,
Really?
no.
They stole our whole idea for the subscriptions video.
Oh.
And people at home can watch for themselves, and you tell me if they stole Mega64's idea. But, oh my God, what's her name? It's she played Karen on The Office. I'm blanking right now.
Rashida Jones.
Rashida Jones.
I think I
Yeah,
saw a
I
clip
like
of this.
her.
I think I did.
Yeah, she has brain damage, and so the doctors offer her, like, we'll fix your brain, and you don't have to pay for it. But then they basically put a subscription service in her brain, and she has to pay every month to keep her brain working.
Whoa.
Yeah,
And
I did
she's-
see a clip.
She's like spewing ads, like mid-roll ads.
She says them out loud to people?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm like, you just watched our subscriptions video. Clearly. You just took our whole, what next? The nails aren't going to work? Has you lost your Aaron Brothers subscription?
Shoot
So-
a stick to the floor.
I think this is a good chance for everybody to go revisit our subscriptions video, watch
Yeah.
it 200 or 300 times, and then, you tell us if you see any similarities with that in Black Mirror.
You know, it's on YouTube. That video is on YouTube as Making Money.
Oh, yeah. We shot ourselves in the foot with that.
I was going to say, we might want to retitle that. Yeah,
Let's live retitle
there's been a couple.
Let's fix it right now.
There's been a couple times because
a good
I found a bunch of behind the scenes footage from it, and I put them on Patreon. This was like maybe a month ago, and it was really, really good. And then people in the comments were like, "I can't find this video." I was like, "Oh, yeah," because I think I put like
Well,
the future of subscriptions. I think is what I said it was, and that's not what it's called on YouTube.
Type
so.
making money into YouTube.
And that'd be easy to
And I'm
find.
sure it'd be the first.
Can we
video.
do a live retitling
Yeah,
of it?
let's do it live. Yeah, we should.
I can do it from here.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
That's a good
logged
idea.
in here.
Hit the app up.
What should it be titled? Though?
All right. Let's pull up the chat for a second. What do you guys think we should call this video?
It's a good one.
All right, chat.
We need a good name. Something that's going to give it a second
Nitomo
life.
no. That's already
Come on,
taken.
Taken.
Call it
Black Mirror sucks. We're not going to call it that. Rocco sex tape. That a serious answers only, please.
Make- Making money again. God damn it.
Timbo. Subscription
Oh.
services are getting crazy.
Hype
Okay,
cloud.
that's a good idea. Hold on, I'll write some down here.
So far, there's been one we like. I'm surprised Black Mirror's back.
Our original. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I fell off of that show.
Yeah, it's too depressing.
After like the second season, I'm like, all right, I get it.
I got tired of What If Computer Bad.
Yeah, I get it. It
Our
sucks.
original thing for it, we were going to call it was the future of subscriptions.
I
but,
think that's a good name.
But yeah, Making Money, we were laughing really hard at that one.
yeah.
I'm seeing a bunch of like subscriber die, Netflix and Bill.
Subscriber Die is
Subscriber
kind of
Die's good.
cool.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I like that.
Subscriber Die.
Yeah.
Why no White Mirror? I definitely like that.
Well, that's where I thought we were going with this.
Tutti
story.
Frutti says we should call the
Yeah.
video Subway. I'll write that down. Okay. This is the process we go
Subway.
through. Well, we're coming up with names. We write down all of them and we pick our favorite.
Which one makes us giggle the most?
Black Mirror Zero.
No.
Who said
That's
that?
an anime title.
Johnny, ban them.
Life.
John, I'm fucking around. I'm fucking around, Johnny.
Life
Don't do it.
Plus.
That's kind of funny.
Black Mirror Zero. I'll put that in there.
Subways that is funny
Why would we call the video Subway? Am I missing
because you're
something?
subscribing.
Doom subscribers.
There you go.
Yeah, I am subscribed. So
Like it's like a way of life,
It's
like the subway.
The subway.
Like it's just a pun.
the subway.
Fun. You know?
Life.
I'm not saying we should
Products.
pick it.
That's
I'm saying that's
good.
what they're saying. I like it. You don't like that?
Res-
shit or piss, vid 001.
Shit or piss. Thanks for that. I think we might go that route.
Way of the sub.
All right,
Ranty
I'll
said.
put down shit or
Can I just say real quick? There was a moment a few
Vogel skit. See, you guys are getting off track over there. What?
there's a moment years ago where YouTube suddenly put the clamp down on profanity in the titles.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but I didn't ever remember. It's like, did I ever do that? I don't know. And then I got like 100 emails from YouTube when that happened of all these personal channel videos that are demonetized. And it was like, your video, fuck you, is demonetized. Your video, I don't give a fuck, is demonetized. I'm like, I did this? But it was a video when we flew, there was a, what do you call it? The safety video.
Yeah.
Where it was all memes.
Oh yeah.
And it was me just doing that to the screen, the entire video. And then it shows
Gavin, right?
Gavin from Slow Mo Guys. And then I'm like, okay.
Thumbs up him.
Get a little thumbs up
We like
there,
him.
but the rest,
Yeah.
and then that got demonetized.
Rocco,
you should
you're,
not subscribe, like Evangelion reference.
Oh, that's
all right?
that is. I like
should
that one.
not subscribe.
You should
That's
not
cool.
capital. Yeah, Rocco, your phone light is on.
Huh?
The flashlight? Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Stop it.
Yeah. So when they're cutting them open.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we've run out of juice in the chat. We're getting a lot of repeats here. So subscription services are getting crazy.
They
What's
spelled
up?
making money right and put title it Making Money Fixed. That was kind of fun. Anyway, sorry.
Subscription services are getting crazy. Subscribe or die. Subway. Eat Fresh. Life Plus. Black Mirror Zero. Shit or piss. The Way of the Sub. Pay to Live, and you should not subscribe. I think
Ooh,
Mine.
we should just go short
Narrow
and
it down?
sweet. Go with the one that, go with your gut.
Yeah.
Subscribe or
Subway.
die.
Subscribe or die.
sorry.
That
Subscribe
just
or
sounds
die.
right.
for
to
me, that hits the hardest.
That me
Subscribe or
too.
die.
That's the one. That's the
All
one.
right,
Should
we're
I
going
do
to
it?
call it
Yep.
subscribe or die.
All right, here we go.
Second
Nobody
place, though?
dies in the video, though, but that's okay.
Yeah, but
You could.
You could.
I mean, your house is collapsing,
Yeah, what if your shoes stick you underneath the pictures and then they fall on you?
Ooh, nobody suggested my shoes don't work. See, you guys, I don't think you remember the
shoes
video,
don't work.
and you were trying to figure out a title for a video you don't recall the content of.
Well,
Everybody
then-
needs to go watch the video
go
200 or
watch it.
300 times.
What do they search for? Is it changed yet?
It is changed.
So
to
subscribe
or die.
or die.
And it's so funny. I'm looking at the comments and they're like, Black Mirror, Black Mirror.
Oh, they
Uh-huh.
know.
Well.
Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
Who is that? They're in the UK, those fucks.
Black
Netflix
Mirror?
is going to be
Yeah.
getting,
It was a
hearing
UK
from our
show.
lawyer.
Let's talk to them.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get our international lawyers on it. Kevin, we know an international lawyer.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, British. Rachel, what's
Your wife. What's her
Do you
name?
have legal background?
yeah.
There was to the Black Mirror point though, there was a viral tweet that went around this week where some big account was like, enough negativity about tech and
I
AI.
saw this.
There's Black Mirror. Why isn't there White Mirror?
Oh.
About the positives that these can bring. Who's making this?
First of
So
all,
I love that tweet. I told them to DM me, but they didn't.
Oh, come on.
Why no White Mirror?
Yeah, exactly. So, I want to know.
Yeah.
Every time I
That's
hear Black
problematic.
Mirror, and Sean, you'll probably be the only one who maybe relates, but I just think of the Arcade Fire song.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Yep.
Black Mirror.
Yep.
Every time that little refrain
Yep.
plays through my mind.
Me too.
Yeah, we're millennials.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah,
Sorry.
We listened past tense to Arcade Fire.
They have a new song that came out Friday.
Did it really?
It actually did. I was like,
Oh.
all of a
Relevant.
sudden it showed up. I'm like, is this a new song? What the hell is this?
Well, what is it good?
No.
Yeah.
Last thing I remember, literally, I think they put out the USB fidget spinner, and I was like, I'm probably
Oh, they did? I didn't see that.
probably never going to listen to this band ever
I
again.
didn't see that. That album, Funeral, is still a banger. I love that album.
and the first 3 albums, they won the Grammy for Album of the Year
That's true.
way back in 2015.
I did like that they started selling shirts that said, "Who the fuck is Arcade Fire?" Because that's what Rosie O'Donnell kept saying when they won the Grammy of the Album of the Year, and she was pissed.
Who? Rosie O'Donnell?
I thought so. Wasn't that her?
I don't
It
know.
was somebody. I think it was. Yeah,
It was like Roseanne Barr, Rosie O'Donnell, someone in that
Well,
caliber.
Roseanne wasn't relevant then, but
I think it was Rosie O'Donnell. I really
yeah,
did.
Rosie would have been.
Yeah.
She's only now kind of, everyone realized she's so full of shit that we don't pay attention to her anymore.
who?
Rosie?
Rosie, yeah. With the koosh and the fake
Yeah, remember she
happiness.
used to throw koosh balls into
Oh,
the audience?
not only
What
do I
a
remember
dumb
that,
fuck.
my 7th grade science teacher loved the show so much that she started
She
doing
threw
it in our
koosh?
class.
Oh,
you can't
no.
koosh in
Yep.
school.
She's part of the Rosie
Not
Nation.
not to talk about her, but Miss Iverson, I remember what you did, and
I
she threw them all the time.
have a nostalgia for the early 90s era where like people like Rosie O'Donnell were kind of like on the come up and making
Yeah.
movies
Yeah.
and
Ellen.
building their fame. And And you know, time goes on and not everybody can stay relevant. So, but I still have fond memories of that era of the Rosie O'Donnell show and
There's just something
her
about
obsession
like,
with Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. I forgot
She was
about
in
that.
love with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
daytime like saccharine talk show host is like you I think like you find out later in life how evil and mean they are, like the Ellen thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then like I liked Ricky Lake and
Yeah,
Oh,
Ricky
Ricky
Lake.
Lake.
Yeah.
and like who's the lady with the big red glasses?
Sally
Sally
Jesse
Sally
Raphael.
Jesse.
Yeah.
Sally
Raphael,
Jesse.
yeah.
Iconic.
So it's like those female talk show hosts, they kind of did the trashy stuff.
Yeah,
And
then they did Maury and then Montel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And those people I feel like had, you know, they were all open book. You
By the
knew,
way,
you
there's-
knew about Jerry Springer's
There's a
prostitution.
great documentary about Jerry Springer. I think it's on Netflix.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Where
Too
they,
hot for TV?
they talk about just the whole history of the show.
Oh, that's
and
interesting.
how Jerry Springer started as a regular talk show. You know, he was not trashy at all. He was trying to be like, you know, classy and getting fucking no views whatsoever.
yeah.
And his producer was like, you know what? Let's just do crazy shit. And Jerry Springer's like, well, that's not really like me. That's not really my gimmick. They're like, that's what's gonna make it great. You're such a normal guy. We'll do crazy shit and it'll be a hit.
Yeah.
And it became more and more popular. They eventually became #1. And I think they had an episode where they had a guy come on who was like having a sexual relationship with his horse or something.
Some Mr.
Hell
Hands
yeah.
shit.
Yeah. And it was like so controversial. They like banned it from TV and it blew up. And then
Stratosphere.
Yeah.
Stratosphere,
'Cause
and
of the-
then
just
it
the
kind of,
word of
you know,
mouth,
the
yeah.
scale tipped into, it started getting too crazy. And eventually it resulted in like a murder.
Yeah.
People went on the show and were so mortified they ended up like killing each other or whatever. It's one of those like fascinating you know, like the
Yeah.
dark side of television.
Wasn't there a
style
Jerry Springer
documentaries.
movie called like Ringmaster or something like that?
Yeah, but I think that was like wasn't actually related to the show.
No,
Oh.
It
no,
was
no, no.
somebody just wrote a movie. And it's like, well,
Oh.
this is kind of like what Jerry Springer is like. What if he was in the movie?
Oh.
Yeah. That's
So-
exactly what it was. Yeah.
Oh, so they just cast him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but it wasn't like officially sanctioned. I loved the Jerry Springer show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love trashy TV, always have, and I think it started with Jerry Springer.
Yeah, yeah. That was a big one when you get home from school and
Yeah, that was I watched it would be Maury, then Montel, then Jerry.
the
Springer.
paternity tests on Maury were just like
Class.
out of this
Iconic.
world. Iconic. Just some of the best.
Yeah.
One of my favorite YouTube favorites ever was when somebody set I like the way you move to when the guy got the results. You are not the father. Boom. boom, boom.
Yeah.
That was a classic.
I think Maury's still doing those, but the heyday is over.
I do.
I thought he just stopped.
Is
Maybe I'm crazy. I don't
He's
know.
he's not retired, him and Connie Chung or
I thought he just did.
I
still
saw
I
working?
thought, but
a thing, and I don't know. I think it was him, but it was on Twitter. You know that girl who was famous for having sex with 1,000 guys in one day, and she announced that she was pregnant, and then Jerry Springer commented on that saying, "I'm staying out of this one," which I thought was funny. That was a funny joke.
Jerry was funny.
What, is she going to go on Maury to see
No,
who the
sorry,
father
Maury
is?
said that. Maury's like, "I'm out of this one." Yeah, sorry.
You are not the father. You get tired of saying that 999 times.
I think that there's something about that kind of era of TV that is, I do feel good watching. They recently put up all these old game shows on Prime. So
Oh.
like all the Bob Barker years of Price is Right, starting from like the 80s are all there on Prime just to watch. But like that shit to me is like, put on the Price is Right when Bob Barker has black hair. I want to watch that shit. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
wow.
wild to
We-
me.
Oh.
Trying to guess the price of like a can of beans when it's like, I don't know, is this fucking 70s? What does that cost?
Was
Yeah, right?
was 70s Prices Right where Bob Barker would let the women contestants go into his front pocket to pull out an item,
There
and
are
then the
s-
men he would hand it to.
There are stuff like that. And they every single time they kiss him, every single time.
The women kiss him.
They kiss him
on
every
the
time.
cheek. Huh?
Yep. Mhm.
reaching into his pocket, kissing him.
Yeah,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
It's a
dude.
family show.
There are
Bob
some
Barker.
jokes too where it's like, oh, you should not be saying that, Bob.
Oh,
yeah,
But-
like spay or neuter your pet.
He didn't say
What-
that.
What? Do you,
The ones that I'm watching is before he started saying that. So it's old.
When
don't
I
like
was
that
growing
era.
up, I always hated The Price is Right.
Did you really?
Yeah, you stay home from school, you're like, I'm gonna watch some TV. And it's fucking old people being like, yeah, I think the fucking toothpaste costs $1.25. I'm like, put me in fucking school. God.
Oh,
give me
Yeah, my-
supermarket
so boring.
sweet.
My grandparents would either I'd have if I was sick from school or they had to watch me for some reason. It was always The Price is
That's
Right.
a show you have to be an old person to appreciate.
oh, I loved it. I loved it forever.
I did there were certain games that I couldn't as a kid. I'm like, this isn't entertaining to watch. But whenever they busted out that little yodeling man That would
Oh,
go
yeah,
up
with the hill.
Oh, love that.
I like
and then that
Plinko.
Plinko shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
Plinko.
I
They're
was
selling.
like, yeah, this is
They're
good
selling
stuff.
a Plinko machine.
Why don't
thing.
you go be on Price is Right?
I would.
My
I've
aunt was
never
on it.
never tried.
You just go up there.
Yeah,
and
I could
sit
try.
in the
That might be
audience.
fun.
That Nintendo event I was at was at the CBS studio. That
Oh,
I think
really?
they always did that.
Yeah.
But I think they've moved it since. I think now it's in a different place.
The Plinko machine, they're selling a version of it at Costco right now.
Whoa.
Like
What?
I don't know why, but
And
it's
it's
like
branded?
yeah,
Plinko.
Price is Right.
Whoa.
Plinko, yeah.
Wow.
I need to get down there ASAP.
You live in Southern California. You're one of the few people in America who just waltz on over there, get on the show.
That's true. Watching these now, a lot of people are from San Diego on the show because they just drove up.
What
for the day.
costume would you wear, Rocco?
No. That's you're thinking of. Let's make a deal.
no,
that-
Price is Right.
Price is Right. You
wear
wear-
a costume. You sit in the audience.
You don't wear a costume for Price is
think
Right.
so.
No, that's the one. You want this
thought
or the
you
box?
did.
I thought
No.
you did.
You guys.
You gotta wear a funny hat or something to get picked.
Yeah, and that's why they pick you out of the audience. 'Cause you
No,
look like a
you-
jackass.
what?
Yeah, that's what I thought happened.
You're just a person on Price is Right. Some people are wearing their like military outfit, but that's like, or they'll have a shirt saying like "I love Bob Barker," but it's not like they're wearing costumes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
The costume one is one with Wayne Brady, and I think that's Let's Make a Deal.
Yes.
And I don't care about that. They also added the supermarket sweep.
See, that vintage supermarket sweep is
Yeah.
the shit.
Yeah, see, that's on Prime too.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got a long list of stuff to watch. You
Yeah.
guys, Kevin and Rocco have been sending me some links for some shit I need to watch.
But that's the kind of show that
I got this on fucking
having that
Prime
on the
now.
background is like, who cares if you miss it, but it's just nice to have on. you know?
It's a second screen kind of a thing,
Mhm.
right? Which you
Yep.
should not be doing with this podcast all
No,
week
No,
long.
this
we
is a
demand
solo
screen.
one
Main
screen. If you're at
phone,
work right now,
put the phone
tell your boss
away.
you quit for the week.
Are you on,
Yeah.
You'll
are
see
you
you
on
next
Twitter? Put it away.
Well, we have, speaking of Jerry Springer and getting juicy stories from the audience, we have a segment of our own that we're going to do.
Okay, I don't know what this is.
Johnny,
Sean, this
are
is a
you
surprise.
ready for cheers to that? All right. This is a segment sponsored by Carl Strauss, and we're calling it Cheers to That.
Cheers.
We
Cheers.
have provided a special phone number to the Mega64 fan base, which is available on our Discord. Join our Discord on Patreon. Exclusive access to crazy content. Sometimes we'll just drop a phone number in there. And I say, "Ooh, Garrett's going to crack open an IPA."
Is it too early in the morning for
Garrett is
a Strauss?
We asked people to call us up and tell us a crazy story.
I'm just seeing the description of one of them, and I'm like,
Okay, all right.
all right.
Well,
What are you doing?
we actually have a
Cheers.
recording
Cheers
here.
to that.
Well, you're supposed to say that at the end of the bit.
Oh shit! I'll wait.
Jesus, this guy's a fucking alcoholic.
I wanted to get a sniff.
Johnny, why don't you play? We're going to do two stories here, but why don't you do the first one? We're going to listen to this with the audience.
I got a ghost story. I'll try to make it quick. We moved into a house, kept hearing a bunch of shit. Looked up who the previous owner was. It was some old lady named Ethel, hung herself in the shed. We would hear shit turn off and on. One time radio turned off, we turned it back on, said, "Now you know I'm here." We put a video camera downstairs on a little stand. At like 2 a.m. late at night, a toy, we kept kids' toys in the laundry room, rolls into the doorway in frame and then turns on by itself. Right?
That's
and
like
it just turns
PT.
off and it stays there. Like 30 seconds later, we hear teeth chattering right in front of the laptop. It was like a laptop front-facing camera. One time we took, we were eating dinner, and paper towels just like flew off of the counter for some reason. My mom got pissed. She was sick of it. She opened the door and said, "Get the fuck out of my house." Power starts flickering, going on and off, and we start hearing these loud booms like boom, 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 boom. And it made all of us leave the house. We ran outside into the backyard, and our house was the only house without power. The only person who wasn't affected by that was my brother Josh. He's hippie and spaghetti. He was in there. He didn't give a fuck.
Shout out Josh.
But yeah.
He was
that's
eating
it.
spaghetti.
Bye.
Wow.
Josh was just eating spaghetti.
Sorry, but I was gone end of last week, so I wasn't totally familiar with what the segment was going to be. And as soon as he hit play, I hear this old woman hung herself. I was like, "What?
Yeah.
Okay."
What an inaugural addition to Cheers to That.
Oh shit!
like,
Can I say it?
All right.
Cheers to that.
All right, yeah, well, we'll say cheers to that.
Here, Sean, I opened this one for you.
Chink. That's us clinking.
It smells good. It's like orange.
Yeah. Thoughts on Ethel haunting
Ooh,
that?
that's
I
not
don't
good.
think
That's good,
ghosts are real, personally. Even that sounds like something we'd get from Make a Strange. Yeah. So Garrett, you're an electrician. What's your explanation for the flickering lights and the toys
Yo.
coming on and all of that?
That's crazy. Sometimes the toys, most of the time when people post a video of like a haunted toy, it's just the batteries dying in the thing.
Okay.
And then that will cause, because of low voltage, the circuit to malfunction, and usually slowed down audio, like the tauntaun would be like, and it sounds demonic,
God,
right?
it's gonna start doing that shit.
But like,
Okay,
I
rest of
can't
this
explain the flickering house lights and the fact that like the power's out in their house, but not the rest of the street.
Maybe a loose connection.
Well, how do you explain voices? You're hearing shit. I mean, that's like Amityville horror.
We
Dude.
said the radio came on.
Radio came in and said, "I'm now. You know, I'm here. I'm here now." Oh, what? That would freak me the fuck out. But I don't. Did they move or did they just
Yeah.
deal with it?
Said that no resolution on that other than brother kept eating spaghetti.
Yeah, their brother likes spaghetti. I do love a good ghost story like
Well,
that.
cheers to that. I'm gonna drink an IPA. It's afternoon.
It's
so
afternoon.
We're
Yeah,
gonna get into
you're
it.
allowed.
Yeah. Let's do one more.
Yeah, I got molested by the B-Man at Hometown Buffet.
Oh, come
It was
on.
very sad.
He was hit.
He's
Wait.
molested by the B-Man at Hometown Buffet.
Could you bring up the transcript?
Did he say he was hit?
No, he said molested.
Oh yeah, I got molested by the B-Man at Hometown Buffet. Very sad. Well, not cheers to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
boo to that. Boo hoo.
Boo to that one.
Who's the B-Man?
I thought this was gonna be kind of like woo woo stories, but not that one.
Yeah, you got one more.
So when I
Nice
was back
slow
in
jump.
college, my best friend came to me and said he found this huge banana at the cafeteria. And he brought it to me. He's like, I don't know, maybe we could like throw it out of a window or something. So we went to the third floor of the dorm that I lived in, and it looked out over a street that everybody used. And he opened the window, and I just stood back, and for some reason, I mean, I'm telling you, this perfectly shaped boomerang-like hefty banana. And I
Just
just
scroll with it.
whipped that thing out the window. Like, well, whatever, standing about 5 feet away. And I'm standing there for a second, and my friend just suddenly goes like, turns to me shocked and goes, "You hit a girl in the head." And I'm like,
No.
"What? What?" He's like, you hit a girl in the head. It went across the street and hit a girl in the head on the sidewalk. And you know, at this point I'm thinking like, I did it. I killed somebody with a banana from a third floor window. Like, I'm going to jail. I'm leaving college. They're gonna like this, and this is gonna be on every news channel forever. This is the family story. And luckily it turned out she wasn't dead. Banana did minimal damage. But she did pick it up and take it with her. And I chased her down out there to apologize. I was like, I don't even remember what I said. I think I was like, I was just going to eat the banana and it slipped out of my hand.
Oh my God.
And she's like, oh, it's all cool. It's good. And I said like, oh, okay, cool. Can I have the banana? Do you still have the banana? Like, I don't know. I have no idea why I asked this. And she just looks and she goes, "No, I think I'm going to keep it."
Yeah. That's fair.
And I was just sort of like, yeah, that's fair. That makes sense. Cool. Have a nice day. So anyways, that's how I brained some stranger with a banana from a third floor window and miraculously didn't kill them. Thanks very much. Have a great day.
That was a good one.
Cheers.
Banana brain.
Cheers to that.
Cheers
cheers
to
to
that.
that.
Right.
Throwing
Cheers to
the
that.
banana out the window. The
Ooh, that
banana
beer is good.
hits somebody
good?
Yeah.
wrong. You hit them stem first. You could kill them.
Yeah, I would think like if you had enough force and it was heavy enough, like he said, like it had some weight to it, it would actually like splat. Like it would come out of the peel and kind of like mush.
Yeah. Do you ever see that clip from what the fuck show is that? Where the Amazing Race, I think. Someone had a watermelon and they were putting it in a slingshot and then it comes back and it hits her in the face. Have you seen that before?
Oh, I've seen
Yes,
that
yeah, of
happen
course.
in
Sweet.
water balloon launchers.
Yeah, but I think that if it didn't break, she would have died. If that stayed solid, I think it breaking is what made it so she didn't die.
Yeah, if it was a cannonball, she
yeah,
wouldn't be here.
yeah. Were you
Yeah.
seen that, Rocco?
A
It's
bowling
fucking.
ball.
I should find it. I'm gonna find it.
I'm
It's
sure
wild.
you have. You're just not thinking of, well, maybe you haven't. I don't know. I feel like that's a really famous internet video.
Yeah.
It's that water balloon launcher fuck up where it like goes out, but it stays in, turns, and comes back at you.
Yeah.
By the way, cheers to that. Again,
Cheers.
Our sponsor for this show is Carl Strauss, our friends over at Carl Strauss. Mega64 fans, internet soldiers. You can help them by voting for them in San Diego Union Tribune's Best of Awards. And the beer that they have provided for us right now, Nectaron of the Gods IPA, is a collaboration between Carl Strauss and Pizza Port Brewing Company. Now, they're telling us this is a ridiculously limited brew. So you
don't
can
get hooked.
snag some on draft or 4-packs by going to carlstrauss.com and ordering some for yourself if you're interested. Thank you, Carl Strauss, for sponsoring. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Here's Rocco. Watch this. Pulling it back.
It's real quick.
Pulling it back.
Oh, damn.
You've never seen that video?
No.
Yeah. Yikes.
Ouch.
Fruit could be dangerous.
The Zorb reporter.
Now, I have something,
Sad?
we can move on to. Yeah, it is a little sad, and I wouldn't usually talk about this,
How'd you know?
except, what was his name in the pre-show? The Flipper?
The flipper.
Oh yeah, the flipper.
The Flipper.
Our favorite
Flippy.
lurker.
The
Flippy said we needed to talk about this subject. So can we bring up the ice cream video?
What?
Not ice cream stories, Johnny.
Yeah. Check out this news story. What the fuck? No, I have to refresh. That's a 37-minute podcast. I don't know how that happened.
Oh.
I got ads.
So
We're gonna
this
let the
We
ad
got a
play.
stupid
This
ass
story-
pre-roll ad.
set us up while the ad's playing, Derek. This story is about ice cream. This news clip here we're about to watch.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Well, I can't imagine how that's sad.
Yeah, ice cream. You scream.
Well,
ice cream.
Sean, it involves children.
We
so-
all scream for
Oh,
ice cream.
come on.
Oh,
You know I don't like that.
maybe the screaming children are. Yeah. We're gonna have to watch the ad again. Watch.
Remind me to tell you a story about my children in a second.
I'm good.
I'm going to try not to remind you.
Remind me.
What did they?
You'll like the story. You'll like the story.
Oh, okay.
I promise.
As long
you.
as I like
Were
it.
I
they
promise
bad?
you, you'll like it.
Did they get grounded?
All right. We're ready here.
Cheers to that.
And a woman says she was charged $88 for only 4 cups of ice cream on the National Mall.
What?
The math is not
right?
mapping.
Yeah,
$20
that much. She shared a
I heard
warning,
about
though,
this.
with our Katie Lusso.
How much is it for ice cream here?
Ice cream is $7.
That's what you'd pay at Sam's food truck by the National Mall.
$7?
Look at
That's
Sam.
like a normal price. Anything
According
after
to this
that is
guy.
like robbing people.
And robbed is exactly how Melissa Hayes says she feels.
I was pissed.
Sunday, her family went for a bike ride from their home in Arlington to the mall and decided to get some ice cream to cool off.
I said, can
I'd
I
be
get
pissed
4
too.
ice cream cups or 4 ice cream cones, vanilla? And I said, how much is that? And he just turned around and started doing, getting it together.
As he handed her the 4 cups of ice cream, she says she asked again.
I
First
said, and how much
mistake.
was that, sir? And he took my card, and then he started and he was, I felt like he was overwhelmed.
She didn't think anything of it. That is, until
There it
she
is.
saw on
You
her
pause
bank
on that
statement.
detail.
88.
$88 for 4 cups of ice cream.
He fucked up. There's no way that's right.
He purposely didn't tell her. Now, that's all. We don't need to kids. We got the bulk of the story here.
Did the kids eat their ice cream? They got it.
Oh, they interviewed the kids. The kids say they were mad. See, you pissed off the kids. They couldn't
Yeah,
even
that-
enjoy the ice cream. We talk about food prices on this show a lot, and some people make fun of us. They say, why are you guys talking about this so much? But now it's becoming national news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Once again, we're ahead of the fucking curve.
I just think that that guy fucked up.
Yo, was it an accident? Or
Yeah, it must
what?
have been like, maybe it was
No, that seems like
38
that
or
guy's a
28.
scammer. When you ask the dude twice, like, what's the
Yeah.
total? And he's like, hold on. That's
Well,
that's
to
not
me,
good.
he's saying there's $7.
That was a different guy.
Different guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, different guy.
Because that in my mind, 7 times 4, according to my calculations, would be $28.
Hey.
So maybe I know. Very
Check out
impressive.
the big brain on
Very
Sean.
impressive. Yep. But yeah, okay. Well, this guy, you know what? Fuck that.
It's at the National Mall, which is essentially a tourist trap.
Yep.
Oh, so that's another mistake. You're in a tourist zone.
Yeah. It's where all the
yeah.
monuments are. And you're riding bikes with your 4 kids. If you're riding bikes, the ice cream guy is going to look at you like, "Oh, you're rich.
You rented
You
bikes.
own
You're
bikes.
wealthy.
You live close enough. You could ride a bike here. Yeah, you got money. Yeah,
Probably a
your ice
politician.
cream's going to be about $100."
He's like, "Oh, you tax me? Well, you're about to get fucking taxed too."
I'm telling you, I've had this happen at Mexican food places.
Yeah.
That place that we went to near you, Sean.
Yeah.
We were like catching them doing this.
You refused to go there. You refused to go to this place.
I did but that was a long time ago.
I go there once a week.
What,
and
do
I
they
never
make
had
up-
an issue.
they make up the price?
This was like 10
No.
years ago. At
Oh,
this
yeah,
point.
but I think there's a new management too. but-
Yeah. But we were like, me and Derek were ordering different stuff, and it was like they were just like freestyling the prices.
Yeah,
It was like, hey, I'm looking at his thing, and these are all like $4, and they're all $7 on mine.
That-
so let's
to- To be honest, that's every Mexican food place at this point.
Yeah.
They have a menu that's printed, and I feel like collectively all the Mexican restaurants in San Diego have decided.
Yeah.
They've called a meeting and they're like, we're not going to care what the menu price says, right? we're all on the same page there. The menu price will say something and we'll just charge you whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
Because every time I go, it's a different price.
The 4 families met. The Bertos.
You know what I find?
And
if I'm allowed to talk
Garcias.
about this, I don't want to get hit with Johnny's alarm. But I find that no one can agree about like if you order something add sour cream.
Yeah.
No one can decide.
Is that free? Is that a
yeah,
dollar?
free?
Because half the time I go, it's free, and then a lot of times they'll like get serious.
Oh,
like,
$2. Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to charge you, and it's like okay, and it's like this burrito is $2 more.
Yeah.
I swapped one thing for another.
You get a $16 burrito, and it's like, well, you asked for no rice, so we charged you to take the rice out.
Yeah.
And then you put
stuff like that.
you put sour cream in, so we charged you to put the sour cream in. So
Yeah.
it's an extra $4.
Yeah.
Damn.
I didn't hear the alarm, so I think I'm good.
I think we're safe.
Yeah, I think
We're
he.
good.
There.
Oh, Johnny.
All right, perfect time to talk about my kids, which is what you definitely want to do.
Another alarm, please.
And not only that, this involves the Padres as well. Yep. There it is. I knew it.
No.
I knew it. Stop it.
Should we just let you have the floor? We'll take 5.
Believe me, I wouldn't tell this story if I didn't think you guys would like it.
Okay.
You have to trust me and my judgment.
Are you filibustering us right now?
No, I'm trying to play it without interruptions or talk about it.
Oh, sorry.
What the fuck?
No, I was just
Johnny-
playing. I had,
Johnny got one
I had a
sound
funny
effect.
sound planned and it didn't work.
Woo!
Take a deep breath, Sean. Take a
Is
deep
this a
driving-
sexy story?
No. I'm driving Beckett, Sawyer, and Lennon to the baseball game tonight. Not tonight, on Saturday.
To the Padre game.
To the Padre game.
You went to see the Pods?
We got to see the Pods. And we're driving down there, and I'm like, yo, we got the Padres game going. Sawyer, put on the music. We're going to have a good time. And out of fucking nowhere, I hear Philly going down to yellow and brown.
In your
That's
car?
what's it. Yes. I'm like,
Sawyer
and I
did
look
this
over
to
and
you?
she has this smile like,
Oh!
looking at me. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's just smiling. And I just went, did they tell you to do this? Did they tell you to do this? And she just went, no one tells me what to do. And I was like, what the fuck? So I
Your
think
daughter is a menace.
I think she knows I hate that song and wanted to fuck with me, but I just like, oh man, like I thought maybe when she was here and I picked her from school, like you guys would have told her, hey, play this. I don't know.
She takes after Jenny.
Can I
did
give
it.
my feedback on that?
Go ahead.
Good. Good.
You've learned well, young apprentice.
Well, I said if we lose, I'm blaming you, but we did win.
She didn't
So,
jinx the
she
game.
didn't jinx it.
Oh, that's good.
Now that song means they're gonna win. So you need to listen to that.
That's the
every
lucky song.
That's a
single
lucky
time
song.
they play.
Kevin's right.
That's
Well,
how it works.
It's better than that Taylor Pink Pony Pussy or whatever they play. Whatever they're always putting on your Bluetooth.
Wait, do I need to Google but Taylor Pink Pony Pussy?
Yes. Yeah, I dare you to Google that.
They're listening to Chapel Ronin and
Chapel Ronin, one of my favorite De Niro movies.
I dare you to say one name correctly.
Challenge. Undefeatable. Impossible.
Anyways, that was my very brief kids and
that's
Padres story.
that's your middle daughter or your youngest daughter?
Is that your middle daughter, dude?
You don't know? You don't know who Sawyer is? She's
Well,
my
I'm
my
Sawyer.
12-year-old.
I'm trying to remember. That's funny.
She's 12.
That's a really funny joke for a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
She had that lying in wait with the aux cable. She's like,
Yeah, she knew.
yeah.
Anyways, that's all. That's all.
That's a good story.
Thank you. I thought you would like it.
Yeah, no, I did.
Manny's gonna cruise.
Just a devious smile.
That lives on your YouTube channel. Ever since I got to upload that video to your channel.
Yeah.
Isn't it great? There's a clip of that permanently on your YouTube channel.
Well, I was telling them when you were gone, I thought the video you were going to put was me doing that. I thought you were going to green screen me in the video with them.
No. I wanted you to see the original.
Thank you.
All original, please.
Thank you.
Would that have been worse if he green screened you into the
I
video?
don't know.
With
We
them?
we watched it last podcast. I wish we didn't, but I looked terrible.
You're
I look like shit.
so tired. You're coming off as
Drunk.
inebriated.
Yeah. I am. Yeah.
Can I share a sad news story that I saw while I was
Please.
gone?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I wasn't here Friday. I was hoping I could bring this up, but
We're on
now
a
I
sad
can't.
tip.
Now I have the chance. Sad news story, and I know, not everyone loves when I bring up Power Rangers, but there was a sad news story
Johnny, play the
this
alarm.
week.
Thank
There
you.
was a sad news story. It's the only reason I'm bringing it up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear about Tommy?
That was please. That was years
No,
ago.
what happened?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
he's about to
embellish
tell
this
us.
bit. Go ahead.
Sorry.
By all means.
Sorry.
You got the reins.
Yo.
There's some, I don't have the name of it offhand, but there was a documentary series that just came out. I want to say maybe it's on Max about like the drama behind certain TV shows. I forgot the name of it. Maybe the chat knows, but there was an episode on Power Rangers and some of the drama behind the production and
Okay.
stuff like that. People who got fired and the thing Garrett mentioned.
Mad Men.
But the producer of the show, Tony Oliver, said that he expressed regret. One of his big regrets over the years was the casting of the show when they didn't realize, and this is true, they did not realize that they had cast an Asian actress as the Yellow Ranger.
That was a thought I
a black
had.
actor as the Black Ranger, etc.
No, you're looking for is it racist?
Is it racist though?
Oh, that's his version.
Oh, so you're freestyling alarms. I might have an alarm for you soon. Anyway, he expressed regret that they did that.
Yeah.
And
they really didn't notice that until it was too late.
No, and they've told this story before. I mean, the original Yellow Ranger, when the pilot was made, was a Hispanic actress. And
Okay.
she last minute bailed, and they cast Thuy Trang in that role instead. So they were just moving along fast and didn't realize that.
Wow.
To that point, I just feel like I get it with the Yellow Ranger thing. I can understand that. But I never saw anyone. I know there were a lot of kids growing up, black. They were black. That
Yeah.
I always thought they thought that was cool. The Black Ranger.
I agree.
I never once saw anyone balking about that. Growing up, I felt like that was like considered cool. I don't know what the
No, that is
reaction to
Did you
that
notice
was.
they made the White Ranger white?
I know that. See, I thought that was whack. I complained about
Yeah,
that.
there's like there's
um,
no excuse for the Yellow Ranger thing, but the Black Ranger thing, I don't think bothered anyone that I knew.
And they never
ever.
did that again. You could tell they were like, oh, and they never did that again. Every time they've recast the Black Ranger, that's never happened.
Oh wow.
So now they're being racist.
But
yeah, see, that's kind of fucked up because he's the coolest looking suit.
yeah, but I just thought it was fun. I was like, yeah, I don't know. They consider that a failure in the show, but I don't know. I never saw. I don't know. I always thought that was like embraced. But I don't know. You let me know at home. I never
When
saw that.
I watched Power Rangers, and I was a huge fan of the show.
Mhm.
I was 7 years old, but I stayed up late to watch like the Lord Zed episode. You remember they played that like prime time?
Oh yeah. Iconic.
With all my friends, we all loved it. And I would like pretend to be the Power Rangers on the playground at school. Again, I was in like second grade. The racism thing never occurred to me because I was 7 years old. And that had to be explained later,
Yeah.
like fifth grade, sixth grade, like, well, you know what they did. So it's kind of sad that the creators would internalize that and be like, that was a failure on our part. 'Cause
Yeah.
We didn't know.
the true fans, the kids who were watching the show who were obsessed with it, none of us picked that up.
Yeah, I think they were proud at the time of like, hey, we got a multicultural cast, like kind of,
Yeah.
And it's so funny because like that would happen now, and you'd have a million chuds making articles about
For sure.
why'd they do that, but like back then it was just like, yeah, okay, cool, this is a thing they do. And I think that they just when that hit them, they felt like they got caught with their pants down. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh wait, I didn't think about that, but I don't know.
that thing you said about, we have a multicultural cast. Like that kind of ties into something I've been wanting to bring this up, but there's no easy way to bring it up. But it just kind of flows naturally into this. But like when we were kids and there were shows like that, and everything represented in television and advertising, it seemed so equal, so rainbow coalition that as a child, I thought racism was fucking licked. No joke.
I did too.
My Burger King Kids Club had a black guy in a wheelchair, an Asian girl, a girl with crutches, a fucking, every
crutch race.
facet. but what I'm saying is like not ableist, not sexist, not racist. I had a full collection of representation in all my media. And I really became a teenager. And heard someone called, a slur for the first time in public and was like, oh, that's all bullshit. That's all marketing. That's not how the world operates.
No, when Power Rangers came out, I thought like, oh, okay, this is how it's supposed to be.
I grew up thinking like, no, we
big deal.
got Ghostbusters even got a ghost on their team. Slimer's a fucking good guy now. Right?
Yeah.
I thought it was really in the world like, everyone gets along with everyone and it was like normalized for my cartoons, but then just not in reality.
I mean, even if you want to take it a step further, it's not a racial thing, but in Power Rangers, literally there was a fucking bad Power Ranger. There was a fucking evil guy that destroyed everything. And they knocked him down and walked over to him and went, yo, dude, stop. Join us.
Yeah.
And he went, all right, cool.
Dude, Goku
That's
and
how
Krillin,
Vegeta and Goku.
Yeah, Krillin and Yamcha and all them, they're hanging out with a green dude.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I grew up just thinking not anything about it.
Yeah, I thought that problem was like solved because of shows like that. It's like, well, that's how it works.
Yeah, and then I watched the shitty Sopranos. Guess what?
A rude awakening.
No, they're not. Are they?
Watch it again.
When the Uncle Ben's rice box makes Tony pass out.
I forgot. Oh my god.
Oh
my god. I forgot about this.
You watched it recently.
Just saying.
I forgot about that part.
I have been revisiting parts because Johnny just finished the whole show. Right? I could talk about that, Johnny. You I don't know why that would be private info. But Johnny just finished the show and he would bring stuff up and it would actually make me go, you know what? I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that episode. So Johnny, you were causing me to revisit. And that was something I had forgotten about. So.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
We Jenny and I came here to do a record club and you guys were watching the very last episode on the set. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Like, can we film? I felt really bad. It was after hours, whatever. But
you walked in right at the climax of that episode too.
I know. I felt terrible. And
and he left
the big hit.
It was the same day as the car.
Yeah, it was. It was the same day as the car.
We were in the middle of the roof.
Yeah.
I was putting the roof on by myself while he came to go do it.
I was just in everyone's way that day. But but Jenny has never seen a second of The Sopranos and then watched one person get killed in the finale.
A major death.
And then she's like, well, I haven't seen the show. This is all I'll ever see of the show is this moment right here. So
she was like, oh, they're not going to do that. Oh, they did. They did.
Yeah. Was it in a retail shop?
No.
Oh, okay. That's my favorite one.
Was it at the gas station?
Yes.
It was.
That one. Yes, it was. Literally on that part.
That one.
Could only imagine.
God damn.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
That's the only scene I've ever seen of Game of Thrones. I've seen one scene. Red Wedding.
Yeah.
Why
And
did
it's
you
probably
see
for
that?
the better. I was hanging out with Barbara in Austin and we went over to Bernie's house to go watch. He used to screen Game of Thrones in his backyard on a projector.
Yeah.
So it's like all the Rooster Teeth employees and we're all hanging out and it was like, I got invited to this thing, but I didn't watch the show.
Yeah.
So I just acted like I belonged there.
I mean,
okay.
what else can you do?
And and I think people were like, oh, are you excited? I was like, oh, so excited, dude. Yeah. I heard this finale.
Oh, Game of Thrones, I dabble.
I heard the finale is going to be great. I had no idea what I was getting into. And then I was like, this show's pretty cool. That's all I needed to see, though.
You saw it all.
Yeah.
Do you ever have that, though, where you see a show or like one thing that gives you a bad impression? You know, like everything, everyone tells me, like, for example, I saw one episode of Arrested Development. And I was like, Everyone loves this show. I don't think this is that funny, to be honest. And then everyone always asks what it was. I'm like, I walked in and the guy's in like a muscle suit. Like Michael Cera is in a
that one
muscle
sucks.
suit. And everyone's like, no, it sucks. That one sucks. I'm like, I don't know.
That's not a good episode.
Wasn't that good?
I watched, I think I was with Garrett or Derek in a hotel room at a convention, and we saw like 5 minutes of The Leftovers. I'm like, this show fucking sucks.
Yeah. That was
Oh.
bad. That made me not watch it. For a
Yeah,
long
it was
time.
bad. And then you watched it and you're like, it's actually good. I'm like, I don't know. And I watched it, this is a great show, but I saw the worst part of it.
Yeah, coincidentally, on the same subject, I walked into a separate event a year later where it was a major spoiler to a later season 2 episode, the big season 2 episode.
Okay.
And completely spoiled it for me. But it was like, well, that was incredible. And I watched the whole show because of that. So sometimes a spoiler can be okay.
There you go.
Sometimes it can help.
Well, I have a clip that I think is not going to spoil anything, but it's going to be very entertaining. Found this on Blue Sky. I don't know if you guys are aware of there's a new technology that they have at the airport. It's called the gay beam machine.
Wait.
Oh, that was one of my favorite Game Gear games.
A gay beam machine.
Mr.
Dr. Robotnik.
Robotnik, yeah.
Yeah, the gay beam machine.
Okay.
Not the backscatter. This is different.
Well, that's up for debate.
Okay.
This guy's really concerned about it. So
Okay.
check this out.
All right.
Where was the Constitution when the Patriot Act was passed? Right? I mean, give me a break. Like I had to be molested.
Oh, hold on. We have some technical difficulties.
Hey, Johnny,
here.
can we please play the clip? Yeah, why would it do that to you?
The Patriot Act was passed.
So, you're just
Full
screwed
blast.
now.
Johnny, it's got to be
Patriot
loud
Act.
enough. Johnny, sweetheart, it's got to be
Johnny,
loud enough for us to
Where was the
hear.
Constitution when the
Patriot
Patriot Act was passed? Right? I mean, give me a break. Like I had to be molested at the airport to go to Florida, right? Just to get on an airplane because I'm
Poor
not going
guy.
to go through the gay beam machine. I didn't let CJ do it. I wouldn't let him do it. Said you're getting patted down too, buddy. I don't want them turning you gay.
What?
That makes you.
Yeah, pause it real quick. So just to be clear,
I've been through that machine like 100 times.
Oh,
But
I
well-
am so many times.
Yeah, but
but
look at
how
us.
you feeling?
I'm feeling fine.
So this dude, I guess, believes that the backscatter X-ray machine at the airport will turn you gay.
That's so fucking dumb.
And he doesn't want his kid to go through it, so he forces his kid to get patted down.
That's more gay.
You would think, right? Well, let's continue the clip. I think he addresses that.
It appears having a guy touch you all over the place is on its face seems worse. But you don't really know what those things are doing to you. So
where the imaging goes, or what?
Because it's like
what they're doing in the back room.
They can just take a picture of me
Sort of
naked. Like no.
Virtual
All right,
adrenochrome
that's it.
system back there.
That guy has a. Do you think people want to see him naked? You think that if they did have a picture of him naked, that they would want
If
that?
I fly a couple more times, I might
Yo,
want
what
to.
podcast is this where they have a fucking framed picture of Richard Nixon?
Is
the
that
Nixon
Andrew
cast?
Johnson back there?
Yeah.
I-
all right.
I-
These guys
Great
were
shooters.
these guys were at January 6th for sure.
They didn't fly.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, were they able to fly there?
They
They
took a
drove
bus,
there, yeah.
Kevin. They drove.
Now, every time I get patted down at the airport, which is very often, for obvious reasons.
Acosta.
Yeah, it's always like, is it cool if I use the back of my hand to touch your penis?
You tell me, buddy.
Yeah. You have to say yes, or else you can't get on the flight.
No, I say it's very cool.
Well,
You're required. I mean, they're required to touch your penis.
Yeah.
At that point, just shoot me with the backscatter machine.
Yeah.
Have they ever done that to you and then gone, damn?
They said, when does it stop?
Yeah, they do that to me every time. They do that whistle thing. Like, I can't whistle, but it's like, woo.
Sir, quit pushing your crotch into my hand. I've gone through the backscatter machine. I would say, twice a flight. I fly out maybe 5-6 times a year. Yeah, I've gone through triple digits. I've probably gone through 100 backscatters in my life.
Yeah. And
What percentage, if I started out 100% hetero, how gay am I now?
Yeah, ask him.
Maybe
Because-
this week. Well, this week, maybe we were talking about doing different tests.
Yeah.
I think later this week we should do the gay test I don't know if you've ever done that before. It's when you look at the ink blotter, if you see boobs, you passed.
All right, here, I'll put that on the...
They track your eye. I've
Yeah.
seen like Kai Cenat do that.
We'll do a spelling test and we'll do a gay test.
Oh, I was joking with the spelling test because
No,
I
we
don't
should
do
do
that.
that.
No, we're definitely going to do
it's
that.
on there.
And
Don't
the
put
dyslexia.
pilot on there, please.
Can you go through backwards and become more straight? Like turn the
We'll have
machine
to
on
test
reverse?
that. Yeah.
I'm
if you
thinking
take a boat, it makes
if
it
you
straight.
put your hands down by your side, it's different effect.
I just want to be so even on the spectrum. Like I want to stop at 50-50.
Completely balanced.
So I can make the gay jokes, I can make the straight jokes, and I'll fit
This
in.
dude in the clip, if you watch it again, we're not going to watch it again, but he doesn't even consider the fact that they're getting naked pictures of him until the other host suggests it. He's like, the machine will turn you gay or some. I mean, we don't really even know what it does. Yeah, and they have naked pictures of you. Yeah.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Neither of these dipshits could just ask a TSA agent what it does.
Yeah.
What are they doing with those pictures? I mean, they're supposed to delete them. Who knows?
It's like a silhouette.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like
you
a
wanna
gray Play-Doh blob.
You want to see the shape of my hang low? Like, okay, that's all they
Plus,
can
you,
see.
You see the average
X-ray shows
person
more.
like going through the
Yeah.
X-ray. There's not anybody you really want to see naked.
Remember Ryan Dunn's X-ray from the Jackass movie?
Yeah.
You see his whole dick and balls.
That was Bam.
Oh, that was
He
Bam's
had an
dick?
X-ray for his
Yeah.
tailbone. Because why do we need tails? We don't have tails anymore.
Yeah, X-rays way more. You should probably not do that at the doctor.
Yeah, dude, the
I don't-
dentist.
When the doctor says, "Can I see you naked?" I say no. He said, "Can I check for a hernia or whatever?" I say, "Absolutely
No.
not. I'd rather die from pain than have a person see me naked."
You're like a Christian Scientist.
Yeah, that's what I
No
am.
blood transfusions for
I
Sean.
just can't imagine. No one wants to see that man naked. No one. Not one person in this world.
That wasn't even his concern, though.
I know.
His
but
concern was that the backscatter machine would make him be more attracted
How scared of
my
you are
favorite
sucking your friend's
to
is that
dick?
the people doing the
he
scan,
did
I
such
guess.
a move, and I've noticed this in some storytellers where they tell a story and pause where they want a reaction, but they don't get one.
Yeah.
Because he said the gay beam machine, nothing from the other
Crickets.
host, nothing, and then he went, "Yeah,"
Well, that's what I call it.
because then he had to explain because he didn't get what he wanted
He's like, what's
because the
that?
story sucked.
Yeah, well, I've had pre-check for a while, so I haven't been going through that machine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's having a
Just saying.
pre-check.
Yeah, they send
Just
you the
saying.
normie one, the old one.
The old way, the old fashioned.
Yeah.
That
You
was
know-
us women likers going through the metal detector.
I think this dude, here's what happened. I think this dude was at the airport one day and went through security and came out the other side and saw a guy who he thought was fucking hot.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
He was
and
like,
he was like, what the fuck just happened to my brain? And he's looking
God.
back at that backscatter machine and he's like,
That's it.
nah, it fucking scrambled my mind. I can't go through that machine anymore.
Thinking about
They're going to have to pat
cops.
me down. You know what? I think I'm going to have to force them to pat me down
they
from
have to
now
touch
on.
me. Now they have to touch me.
I think I'd rather just have my penis touched from now on.
Sorry, you have to touch my penis because I'm not going to be gay.
That might be safer.
In all seriousness,
It was the goddamn machine.
in all.
Get out of my brain.
This is very funny, but in all seriousness, awakenings happen in all shapes and forms.
That's true.
sure, sure.
Just saying, you could be one person one moment and realize something the next.
Look what the gamma
And-
rays did to Hulk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It can happen to you.
I'm just saying.
The game
sometimes
arose.
you don't know how to process those thoughts that you suddenly have.
Yeah.
And I think we may have been witness to that just a minute ago.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So that's my theory.
It should be super stereotypical though. Like it should make you change your name to Bruce and like move to San Francisco.
What?
The gay beam machine.
I agree.
Johnny.
I'm with Johnny. I don't know what you're talking about.
Up there.
I was with Johnny on that one.
Hit that alarm every 2 seconds.
That's the
we've been saying
problematic
some
alarm.
fucked up stuff.
Now it's the problematic alarm. First, it's the talk about fast food prices too much alarm.
Oh.
Oh,
Then
I can't
Then
get
it,
them
then
right.
it was the you're being racist alarm.
What's that one? Same one.
Okay.
So
and
anything
what's
problematic, we get an old iPhone ringtone. Okay.
All right.
Where's the "This is a good show" alarm?
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He's got it.
Haven't got that
Thought
one
it was
yet.
booing.
There you go.
Oh, that's good. I like that one.
First time we got that one this episode.
No, when Johnny made a joke, he put that. I noticed.
He did his own laughter.
Yeah,
laugh
he did his
track.
own laugh track. Yeah. Must be nice.
I do it every week.
I have a couple
Feels
videos, and we don't have to get through them all today. But
Real quick before we do, I just wanted to give a shout out to everyone, as we mentioned before, patreon.com/Mega64. If you want to subscribe, support Mega64 and what we do. And you got a million exclusive things on there, hours of exclusive stuff every week. You're going to want to tune in. The complete, as it was mentioned, 4.5 hour video where Sean forces his friend to fix his car against his will.
He's not my friend. He's my employee.
Oh,
That's on there now. We've got a movie club coming up, Big Trouble in Little China. That's going up. We've got a whole bunch of other
I'm excited
stuff.
for that one. I just
But
watched
there's
that.
also
Did you?
behind the scenes from
Yes.
our latest video, the substance, the gamer substance.
Oh yeah, almost an hour of that. Plus, let me just tell everybody. I think it's safe to say this. You guys are going to be eating good this week because I'm pretty sure a new video is about to drop.
Ooh.
And there'll be stuff from that on Patreon too. So you're just gonna want to join it now.
A new hit video.
It's a return to form from Mega64.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it.
You're
to
gonna
drop.
love it too.
For it to drop, no pun intended. So you'll see soon. But anyway, patreon.com/Mega64. Check that out. And shop.mega64.com always has the coolest apparel designed with the creative minds from Mega64 coming to you to look stylish, and Blu-rays of our work, all kinds of media. You're going to want to go there. Shop.mega64.com. There might be something coming maybe this week, possibly.
Oh, I hope so.
This week that we put in the works a long time ago, that when we have it, that I think is either people are going to go, huh? And not come out for it, or it's going to be gone in 1 second.
Yep.
I think it's going to be either or. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be this week. We'll keep you posted. But anyway, shop.mega64.com. A lot of great stuff on there.
Hell yeah.
Just want to get that out there.
All right, let's go to this YouTube video that resurfaced this week. This is a 15-year-old YouTube video. And you know, it hasn't aged that well.
I know about this.
It's been uploaded for 15 years, but just this week. Now, this is from a channel with 8,000 subscribers, but this video is going viral this week.
Yeah.
Let's show this and share it with the audience.
You can tell it's old because it's 4x3, right?
Hey, yo, what's up, y'all?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
We are on the plane right now, on our way to Vegas.
On our way to Epstein's Island.
Called What Happens in Vegas Stays in Vegas.
Oh. Yeah, I hope so.
Oh, who's the cowboy?
Oh, no.
Rusty Rocket. Is this for Twitter? Yeah, yes.
Oh no, 15 years. This is when he got initiated into the Illuminati.
Very, 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 very dear friend of mine.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
We got a lot of history from the projects, of course. Yeah. From back in the day.
I think that's a joke.
A lot of bother in the projects, but we've come through it now. Things seem to be working out. And I'd like to
Yes.
Wait, pause this. Were they in a movie together? What
Yes.
movie? Was it
Get him to the Greek.
They were in
P. Diddy was in that?
Yeah. What's his name? The guy, the big guy. Jonah Hill has to get both of them to their respective venues.
It looks like they're they're fighting over baby oil or something in that screenshot where you paused it.
Looks like they're about to kiss each other.
Yeah.
Look like that.
He's got his arm around him.
Oh, man.
He's like, P. Diddy, no.
This video is from Russell Brand's personal YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And it's still up?
It was uploaded 15 years ago. And I guess people, the YouTube algorithm just started reserving this to people.
Yeah, it did. I heard that from a lot of people.
Out of nowhere.
Oh, I bet you because just the name Diddy is trending.
So did Russell Brand.
Yeah, and both of them got picked up in the feed, so it just went out.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
How many views does this have? Does it say?
Yeah.
400K.
Yeah.
Because I think the other videos on this channel have like 20K.
YouTube.
If you have Diddy saying this is my very, 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 very good friend, you're doing some shit. That's not what you want.
The funniest thing too is there's a clip from like
This guy knows all my secrets. He knows where the bodies are buried.
Oh no.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but there's a thing from a couple months ago, or I don't know how long ago, maybe a few months, where Russell Brand, he was accused of, like, didn't you say you went to Diddy parties?
Yeah.
When all this stuff was blowing up, and Russell Brand is on his show only a few months ago going, yeah, I went to the Diddy parties. They were boring. I mean, it was, and it's not the best way to deflect. You know what I mean? Like, I got bored. Yeah.
Do you remember though when that first came out? Howard Stern
Yeah,
talked about it.
he did.
Like, he got ahead of that real quick.
Oh,
He's
really?
like, listen up.
Looking, I went to one Diddy party.
I stayed outside. They wouldn't even
They
let
wouldn't let me
use
in
the
to the
bathroom.
thing. I left. It sucked, but I was at a Diddy party.
He's like,
he
I
said
tried
that-
to go inside.
Wow.
The bouncers stopped me and were like, "Nah, you're not on the list for inside. Porta potties out there." So I went home.
So he said, "Fuck that," and I left.
Yeah. Then he followed up with, I've never done anything inappropriate or sexual in my life. Never recorded anything like that ever.
Yup.
Russell's taking a fucking like vacation this month too. You better get the fuck out of the U.S. before they indict his ass.
I know that he's in trouble. And I'm sure it's for some fucked up shit. But I don't actually know what the allegations are against Russell Brand.
I think
Oh,
there
I
are
don't
4 separate allegations, and they're all pretty heinous. So
Oh,
Ew.
Diddy stuff?
it's bad.
I mean, they're
Birds
on the
of a
plane
feather,
together.
huh?
They're on the plane.
yeah, they're
together.
very, 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 very good friends. So
Yeah, they
you can
are.
piece the puzzle
Guys
together.
look like they're in sync.
Yeah.
It's a 4-minute video. You can look it up for yourself if you want to see the rest. But I just wanted to share to the world.
They're
That this,
dressed like Gilligan and the Marlboro Man.
now that's a movie I want to see.
Yeah.
Now, you know, someone brought this up the other day. You know, in the 90s, I feel like there was a movie adaptation of like every old sitcom.
Yeah.
It is amazing we never got the big budget Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, that is
Isn't it wild
amazing.
we never got that?
Yeah.
We got remakes of Bewitched, right?
We got everything.
Bewitched.
Yeah.
In the now, I don't
Brady
want to
Bunch,
spoil the
that's true.
Brady Bunch movies for
Yeah.
people. The remakes. They did make a Gilligan Island like whole like subplot
Plot.
joke thing.
Oh.
There was a part of that, but not its own serious thing.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know. Just thought that was funny.
I unironically love those Brady Bunch movies. For the record, I actually like those movies.
I do think someone I know said this though the other day. I was talking about, or I think I was reading something they wrote. They said they think the second one bombing may have ended those.
The Brady Bunch?
Yeah, because that one didn't do so well. So it felt like the ironic TV show remake thing. Maybe
It's
ended.
wild. They made that first one, and then with like a year later, the second one was out. They like, oh, we have something.
Yeah,
here,
that
and they
was
just
crazy.
Instantly did another one.
Yeah, I don't know if that worked out.
Wait, the
Yeah.
Brady Bunch bombing ruined TV show adaptations? I
The-
thought most of those adaptations happened after the Brady Bunch.
The second one. I'm talking about the second one.
Yeah, that one came out in the '90s too, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying once that didn't do well, they weren't like
Well,
greenlighting a lot more.
When they did the Bewitched one, that was in like the 2000s. But that was later 2000s.
And also that movie did something weird because I loved Bewitched growing up.
Me too.
So I was like, oh, they're making that. Oh, Nicole Kidman, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell, that could be good. Okay. And then the angle of the movie I don't know if anyone saw it.
No.
I saw it, but I don't remember anything about that movie.
The angle of the movie ended up being I was ready to see it, and then I found out, yeah, it's about them making the TV show.
What?
But then he finds out she really is a witch. While they're making, and I went, nah, I'm good.
That is
it's
That
meta.
killed my interest for some reason.
well, I can tell you why it's stupid. It's a bad idea.
I just wanted it to be a straight remake.
Bewitched,
You know,
yeah.
like,
Did they do a Dream of Genie one? I Dream of Genie?
a movie? I don't think so.
But
That-
again,
that-
there is an I Dream of Jeannie joke in the Brady Bunch movie.
They
I'm starting
used
to see
them
why
all
they
there.
didn't do any of these.
Used
Yeah.
them all. They did the Get Smart. That
movie was good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's
I like
true.
that
They
one.
did
And I
Get
think
Smart.
Steve
Carell.
Carell was the perfect Maxwell Smart.
Perfect.
and The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that.
That was cast well. Then they did a direct-to-video like bonus movie with the two. There were like two lab technicians.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the last bad like direct-to-video movie of that era, where they would do like, well, raunchy. Here's Van Wilder 2 direct-to-video.
Yeah.
You know,
Still
I feel like Get
waiting.
Smart got one of those, and it was like, what?
Yeah,
What the fuck
why'd
is
they do this? Yeah.
and it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Anyway, but yeah, Get Smart was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh, yeah.
You want to do
okay.
that today or you want to save that?
We have a lot to get through, right?
Yeah, should we save that, you think?
Well, we could do a little each week or each day of this week.
Yeah, let's just do a couple. So we asked people to send us their most cursed refrigerator. We're going to be determining who has the most cursed refrigerator and sending out a mystery prize to this person at the end of the week. We have a lot of submissions, so I don't think we should save them all for one day because it would just be hours of looking at fridges.
Yeah, like the voicemails. We'll play a couple each day, you think?
Yeah. Why don't you show us a couple that you have, Johnny?
Okay.
Okay, this is a Ryo-Oki.
Oh wait,
A Ryo-Oko.
this is a fridge. Oh.
We got some. It looks like the one on the right is a lewd sticker.
Oh, there's a lot of.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
They go to a lot of cons. I could see they're hitting the artist alley. I thought we were gonna get the inside.
Yeah,
of
what's
the
in the
fridge.
fridge?
Oh, there we go.
I've seen a
Here
lot
we
of-
go.
Okay, yeah, let's just look at this for a
Anime
second.
titties.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, that's a lot of drinks.
So this person
Oh, it's all drinks.
pretty much has a drink for every kind of girl that can come over to the house, you know.
Sure.
You got the
Erica Badu chick.
I don't know what that means.
That's
What's
what
that, Mr.
Mr. Shy City
City?
says that.
What would she be drinking?
She'd be drinking that
Like the tea.
yeah, the
herbal
tea.
tea.
Herbal
got
tea.
the,
Erica Badu chick.
You got the anorexic girl who's not getting enough protein. You get hit her with the protein shake up there.
Okay,
On the door.
I do see the arid condiments. I see ranch. Looks like ketchup. If you go down, Johnny, there appears to be some mustard and maraschino cherries.
Yeah, cherries.
You got the
We got more drinks down below.
the girl
too.
who has a late night gaming.
Oh.
She's sleepy. You got the what is that, Mr. Beast energy drink?
Does anyone see?
There's
and
no food in this.
There is
What do
the
you-
best barbecue sauce. He has Sweet Baby Ray's.
I love Sweet
Do
Baby
you
Ray's.
see
I
the
did not
corner?
notice
Baby Ray's,
that,
Sweet
yeah.
Baby
Yeah,
Ray's?
they also have
The corner of the label there.
the Japanese barbecue sauce. You see that little like the
Is that
red
what-
top?
that's
They sell
that-
at Costco.
That's Japanese.
Yeah.
Imported.
Well, it's from Costco, so I
Okay.
guess I don't know.
You got the
That's alcohol, I think.
That is hard alcohol.
he's got it with the bartender's like pour
the
top on
spigot
there
thing.
too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and there's mixers up in the top, and I think that's a soju up there too.
Yeah, but
And he's got the Bombay on the
but
door.
We are in agreement. There is no food, correct? Besides the cherries.
I
don't know what's
I'm
in
not
the-
in agreement. There's a
Nutri-
salad right there.
That's
and
a-
it's
is that a
food
salad?
tray.
Protein shake. That could be like a takeout tray. Yeah, you're right, Derek.
Okay.
Taylor Farm salad on top of a takeout tray.
Yeah, maybe. you're
Now,
right.
all right, I'm not going to be too harsh on this person.
No,
Thank
no,
you
no,
for
no.
sharing your
Yeah,
fridge.
thank
But
you
no,
so
let's
much.
not scroll away. Yeah, busted neon. Okay.
It's like
I
they
don't
have it-
I don't trust anybody who has this many drinks in their fridge.
Let's
This,
host a
this to
party.
me is
Yeah, what are you
like
trying to pull?
you have what do you got, like multiple personality disorder
Well,
or something? Like I'm gonna drink a different drink.
I'm not going to be too hard on you, but you may have multiple personality disorder.
Yeah, I mean you don't know if you want to have a protein drink, a Coca-Cola, a Gatorade,
Now-
or a energy
Yeah,
drink.
who are
or-
you trying to impress?
What's the I-96? What even is
I
that?
took that freeway to get here.
Oh. Now, if they have
But
this
then you
in
got bubbly seltzer in the thing on the bottom.
if this is their garage fridge,
That's what I wanted to point out. Is this
that's
can't-
respect to me because that to me is a garage fridge could be all drinks.
It
That's
can't
fine.
be a primary fridge, but it does look like it's in their kitchen
Well, how do you know?
because of all the stickers and shit.
Oh yeah, think of the cabinet.
Oh, that's
Cabinetry.
kitchen. That's
Like
cabinets. Yeah.
Yeah, this is main fridge right here.
The crock
Okay,
pot
let's see.
on
If,
top.
is there anything below that? We got a freezer update.
Liquid
or no?
diet, dude. You gotta
That's it.
be-
All right. All
Gotta
right.
be
Well,
shitting your pants all the
It's a
time.
body in the freezer.
well, I gotta see the other ones first. I don't know. It's hard to say. That was a good fridge though.
I do like that.
There's a
fridge.
lot of money put in that fridge with just the drinks alone. I mean,
Yeah.
like a
I mean,
lot of Red Bulls.
Where do you
Yep.
see Red Bulls?
Sure.
Go
The
ahead.
little boxes. That's a box of Red Bulls.
Oh yeah, that's a
Oh,
springtime.
Yeah.
Springtime flavor.
Yep.
Springtime coochie.
What?
What?
It's a
Thank you for handling this, Johnny.
it's a new
Oh,
Red
Mike
Bull
O'Shea.
flavor.
We know you. So
All
now
right,
we get to
Mike
see your
O'Shea.
fridge.
I have the same Weird Al magnets on my fridge.
Oh.
It came with one of his box sets.
He's
Hell
a
yeah.
Jedi.
All right,
Oh,
Mike
it's us.
O'Shea. We're about to
That's
rip
us.
into your fridge here. So
Mike, that's us on there. Hell yeah.
Santa, Satan.
All right. So far, so good.
I like it. It's aluminum or what is
Okay.
that?
We got
Brushed steel.
Pepto.
Oh yeah.
Pepto-Bismol.
What's you got? Chilled Pepto.
You
Am I
medicine in
am
there?
I the weirdo? I've never seen Pepto in the fridge.
No, me neither.
No.
My parents did that too.
Oh, they did.
I don't know if they still do, but they back in the day,
What's
a long
next?
time ago, they did.
We're gonna see batteries next. Come on. The weird
Yeah.
stuff people keep in the fridge that isn't food has always bothered me
Yeah.
because I've
Oh.
never done it.
You would hate my fridge, but I have a reason for my weirdness.
Okay,
but
why? What?
Yeah, what's in
my
there?
fridge has dried pasta in it. It has
What?
dried rice, and it has flour all in my fridge.
What? Flour?
Yep.
Why?
because I have this
Oh, yeah.
infestation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of
those
these
bugs.
fucking moths that I cannot get rid of, and
Yep.
they like those things the most.
He's got pantry moths.
And I could not figure out where to put this stuff. So like, just put it in the fridge. You can't get in there. Fuck
Oh,
it.
that's cool.
So it's not cool.
Well, you
It
could buy
sucks.
a Tupperware and seal that fucker.
They get into it.
There's
I've
no
tried.
way.
I Garrett, I swear to God,
You
I've
need
tried
a
it.
gasket?
No,
I've tried
I've
it.
researched this before. You need glass containers.
Glass.
Glass containers.
Okay.
Glass
everything-
with a rubber
Where
gasket.
they get phased through the plastic.
It's seriously crazy. Like they are. What do they call them? Like pantry moths.
Pantry
Yeah,
moth, yeah.
I'm talking. I get a box of cereal sealed, unopened, and I open up, and they're inside. Like, how
Yeah.
did
'Cause
this happen?
This is
bit
a thing, yeah.
They bite through the plastic bag.
It's a curse.
And
I can't get rid of
the
them.
thing that I have seen, my parents could never get rid of them. They moved, and that
That's
was,
what I
the
should do.
only
Yeah.
solution.
Yeah, swear to
But all I've heard is like get glass containers, and that
Okay.
takes care of it. But
Anyway, so that's my
who knows?
excuse.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I agree with you, Derek. I don't get the. I like the 5-hour energy.
What-
by itself
what's
back
that?
there.
Is that?
That's
I think it's
peanut
almond
What's
butter.
that?
It's almond butter.
No,
No.
Oh,
no.
oh.
The mysterious vial.
elixir.
That looks like an elixir you got from a
It's cold-
sage
it's
in
cold brew.
Kakariko Village.
Cold brew.
Cold brew.
Oh,
And way in the back is a 5-hour energy.
That thing will permanently expand your stats.
Mike O'Shea, how are you surviving?
Now the peanut butter.
You got a 5-hour energy, a fucking half a thing of.
Why is the peanut butter upside down?
Yogurt.
That's peanut butter, and it's because it separates. If you turn it upside down, all the oils go through it, and it's easier
there.
to
Yeah.
stir.
See,
So
Kevin.
do you have
knew.
to switch it every month or
What?
something?
If you have natural peanut butter and just let it sit,
Yeah.
Oh, it
It-
become oily.
it
I
just
want-
has a ton
the
of
oil
oil on
separates.
top.
Yeah.
But instead of stirring it, if you just flip it over once, it starts to separate slowly. I mean, the oil starts rising to the now bottom.
And that's what I'm
At the
saying. Like
top.
next month, do you have to set it right side up?
Yep.
Oh,
I've
okay.
done this a ton.
I want
with
to say
peanut butter.
shouts out for the silk down there. Lactose intolerant, bro. Mike, I'm guessing.
You
I'm
do
with
almond
you.
or which one are you doing?
Almond's
Soy?
fine. Rice milk is good.
Rice?
Is there,
is good.
is there another photo?
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Back up to the top one, maybe? Because yeah, I'm not seeing any
Dude has
food.
like
I see.
five things in his fridge.
Is that baby food in the back
That's a big
there?
fr-
Oh.
Oh,
He's
that's
keeping-
sick.
Okay, so you got
okay.
Hold on.
collectibles.
So expired Pepto-Bismol. I didn't know there were captions here. Chilled expired Pepto-Bismol.
Okay.
That'll fix you.
I'm gonna crack that open on a Friday night.
All right, all right.
Canadian cough syrup. Oh, he's importing the good stuff.
It's got promethazine in it.
Oh, I've been diagnosed with Canadian cough. And
I think they're in Canada.
That's where you go. Eh?
Even I wouldn't say that joke.
Rocco made a good point. He probably is from Canada.
I think so.
Well, then why would you specify Canadian cough syrup?
Well, so we know what it is.
To you, it's just cough
So
syrup.
that we would understand.
Yeah, so
us
we
dumb
would get it.
Americans.
We don't
Oh,
have
like
it.
I'm going to look at that bottle and be like, what brand cough syrup is that?
Where's
do,
the bag of milk?
do you not have NyQuil?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I want to know. Where is the
He
bag of
can't
milk?
have milk. There's the silk down
Then
there.
where's the
That's
bag of
lactose
Yeah,
milk?
why is it in a
intolerant.
container instead of a bag?
Because
Put it
that's
in a
how
bag,
they do
Mike.
it.
Yeah, this
Okay.
guy's a faker.
All right, do we have a third one? This one's not cursed. It's just empty.
We have so many. I would say let's keep a couple.
This
Okay.
is the
I'm having fun.
curse of not having any food.
Yeah. This
is
is also the
kind-
audio segment's favorite part.
This is kind of the fridge that I have. A little. It looks a little bit like that. It's not very full.
Okay, Neil was nice enough to send us a photo of himself.
Neil,
Oh,
out,
thanks,
Neil.
Neil.
In front
Neil.
of
Dude,
the
he
fridge.
did
Yeah.
his hair.
Yeah, looking good.
Now
Oh,
we
you
know
got the
what we're dealing
Garfield and
with.
Friends.
Now we
Okay.
know. Look, go
Hold
back up
on.
to Neil
What
before we
the-
see the inside. See, now we know the level of sustainability the fridge is keeping our man healthy. He's got.
See, he's healthy.
He's got good complexion.
Yeah, he's got bright
hair
eyes.
growth is looking good. And that's a
He's-
Neon Genesis Evangelion shirt, I realize.
He's got good taste.
Someone sends me that link to that shirt at least once a day.
Well, you
I
should
get
buy
a-
it.
I get a DM.
I don't think
about
you're a
that
Garfield fan, though.
Yeah, you should like Garfield more.
Right?
Okay.
It's not really
He's no Badurman.
not the best crossover.
Not for Rocco.
Okay. First, I want to look at these pictures for a second here.
Okay.
A couple of dorks at
Oh,
an Italian restaurant.
It's a picture of us at the
That's a picture of
restaurant.
us.
He printed it out.
That's
That's
sick.
a
Well,
good
we
grainy
gave it
photo.
out.
Yeah.
I love that.
cool. I
That's
didn't-
so cool.
I've never seen anyone take our Kofi picture and print it out. There.
Yeah.
I'm
That's awesome.
excited for the leftover ham that we're about to see.
I also I also love that someone actually printed the family photo from Way of Water. That's great. That's one of the best parts of that movie.
I did not notice that. That's
Lord of
funny.
the Rings. Okay, all right. Do
All
you
right.
guys have fridge magnets at your house?
Yes.
Oh, mine is covered.
Mine has a few,
Absolutely.
yeah.
They fall off. There's so many.
I have a lot of fridge magnets too, but not a lot of not too many movie references. I have some Lord of the Rings magnets we got at the Shire in New Zealand, but
Oh.
Yeah.
I go for a more eclectic.
I have a lot of
collection.
stuff that is not meant to be a refrigerator magnet. Like
Really?
I have a lot of, before enamel pins were popular, everyone just had the old pins, you know. I have a lot of those. Like Rocco's dad gave me a Blade Runner 1982 pin. So I just put a magnet on the back of that and I use those as fridge
that's
magnets.
cool.
I got like, when I worked at KB Toys, my pin that said, ask me about PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Those are my fridge magnets.
Maybe we should show our. Actually, I don't want to do that. All right, keep on going
All right,
down.
next.
Sean just immediately regretted that.
Oh, that is
Okay.
healthy.
Pretty standard.
Eggs.
fridge.
Yeah, this doesn't look cursed.
This guy's rich.
This-
wait.
This actually looks
Rich.
very well maintained.
Toothpaste.
Yeah.
Where's toothpaste?
Yeah, he's rich. He can afford eggs.
Where's
There's-
the toothpaste?
There's toothpaste on the eggs, though. That's gross.
Oh, well, you got to
That
brush
is
your teeth
Maybe,
after
that's,
every meal.
maybe it's egg paste.
Oh, maybe it's preparation H.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Preparation
No.
eggs.
Look, one Gatorade. He's not trying to hydrate the whole fucking football team.
He's got a Tupperware container full of Gatorade
Hey,
too.
is that soy chorizo?
Red or blue?
Maybe
He got the
that's Jell-O?
he got the chorizo down
He's
there.
got
That's
the
good.
cheese.
Oh,
drawer.
okay.
Ooh.
Batteries in there. My batteries in the same spot. They are.
See, I don't do batteries in the
No, me
fridge.
neither.
That is the leftover parents.
Yeah, but
like my parents.
I just want my
always did
kids to do the same thing. I want to keep that string
But it
going.
doesn't
It doesn't do anything.
Wait,
I
what's
don't
he say about
care.
the batteries? Oh, I don't eat those. Oh, okay.
Okay. So he's got good. He's got some drinks and some pretty much the gamut of condiments.
All right. You know, now that I've seen 3, I would say let's save that first fridge full of drinks.
That's the most.
Okay, let's do 5. Okay,
That's
so
the
two
most
more.
fucked
2
up.
more.
Sorry, guys,
Shut-
but the drink fridge, it's a little weird.
This
Yeah,
is
A little weird. Yeah, we're going to save that one. We might have to buy that guy some actual food.
Yeah, we need to fill that fridge.
It's a clean fridge, though. I'll give him
It's
that.
full. Where are you gonna put the stuff?
I haven't seen any like really disgusting fridges
Oh
yet.
yeah.
Oh, good.
All right.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got a
What is
video.
this?
Video.
Video?
All right.
I'm hearing the Zelda chest music in my head.
Yeah. There's one magnet.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so.
What the
What?
we got a plushie.
Oh shit!
What the fuck?
You got to keep him chilled, dude.
What?
It's
Dude.
full of plushies.
Is it
That's the
Tsum-Tsums?
Pixar movie I want to see. Is that it?
I saw Dio from JoJo in there.
For those in the audio listeners, it was all like Pokemon. It was all plushies. I see the dog from JoJo. Isn't
Yeah,
there?
Dio.
Will you
That's what
play
he
the
said.
video and pause it on the open fridge so we can kind of dissect?
Isn't that
what
dog's
we're
name
looking
Dio,
at?
Rocco?
No,
Yoshi.
Dio was the villain of the show.
Yoshi,
that dog?
Eevee.
Yeah,
Lucario.
When people are into Lucario, that's like, I don't know, that freaks me out.
So that's a beige flag for you.
So
Okay.
So they're equal opportunity, Digi and Pokey.
I'm assuming this was a bit, but
There's
I
nothing
wanna-
to indicate that.
I
but-
want to know the commitment to the bit. Like, did you take out everything from your fridge to do this bit?
I want to know that
Is
too.
it
No,
on the
I
counter?
think I see.
Is it on the counter?
I see a pineapple cup there. Something.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Oh, you weren't
Shit,
joking.
Derek.
That's a great catch.
I didn't
That's
even
what-
see that, Derek. That's
Come on,
amazing.
there's food in there.
Dog's name was Iggy, by the way. I
Iggy.
didn't-
Iggy
I didn't
Pop.
say that.
All right.
Iggy Azalea.
Thank you,
Nope.
Rocco.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
one
do
more.
one more.
Yeah, let's see.
Turns out I'm really enjoying this bit.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I really wish we did get the pan across the room to see the countertops full of all of his fridge.
Oh, that should have been like in his bed where the stuffed animal should have been.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I would have done.
Wait. We have an ice sculpture?
Oh, it's a lamb, sacrificial lamb.
Whoa.
Fuck?
Whoa.
No, what?
Some lumen shit.
Raw garlic, just not bagged or
Yeah,
anything?
what's the uncovered pasta?
What the fuck? You got a dog eating?
What is that?
Dunkets.
What the fuck?
Why you got the lamb?
How'd you sculpt? Okay,
Cheddar Bay
unironically, the
Jog.
the lamb ice sculpture. We're just kind of glazing over that. That's impressive. Where do you get that from?
It's got to be a mold or
It's
something.
like the
you
Last
buy.
Guardian.
You got to make it, yeah, with a mold. You're right.
But why
Sean.
would that be in the fridge?
Wait,
that would
wait.
melt in the fridge.
How long you kept that in there?
24? It was last year he sent this? You fucked up, drunkets.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, false picture. You've been sitting on this.
What?
Cheddar Bay bit. Oh, jack off information.
What is that?
JOLI?
Sog.
Oh.
Sog. DOS.
Dog.
Dog.
Peanut butter.
Oh.
Oh.
He puts it on his balls.
Dogs
Dogs
only.
only.
Hey, humans, don't eat this peanut butter.
Hey,
I've been-
I'm bothered by
letting the
the,
dog lick this.
he's got those
Oh, what
waters.
the fuck?
Gravy.
Is that good gravy?
Is that gravy in
Nope.
an ice
No
cube
comment.
tray?
No comment.
in an ice cube
The
tray.
gravy's real bad here.
Those two Pellegrinos upside down. I can't.
well, it's
that
because
bothers
they
me.
separate if you keep them right side up.
The oils.
Every month, gotta switch it.
I have I feel like you're getting the place where you put your mouth dirty if you put the can upside down. In the
What?
fridge.
Why is that pasta just uncovered? And why is that in?
Yeah,
what? Why
this
is the
fridge
gravy
sucks.
in the ice? What is happening?
This one is a contender. Yeah, this is probably my favorite. Dude, because what are you making?
That pasta is
popsicles?
going to have an aftertaste.
This one upsets me.
That pasta's going to
And
have
what
an
kind of
aftertaste.
pasta are we looking at here? It looks like peanut sauce.
It looks like, is that rigatoni? Oh, rotini.
Could be.
It's rotini. Those look like rotated noodles.
Could be a perfect
Rotini
Wow.
Alfredo.
That
risotto.
is something to see.
Do you guys put uncovered food like he did with the pasta in there? Because I
No.
can't do that. I
No,
have this.
never.
I have this fear.
Unless
that,
I'm going to come back like that
Yeah,
day.
I have this
Yeah.
fear that like a tray full of baking soda, the food will absorb all the gross smells and shit in your. You know, you put a tray full of baking soda, absorb all that stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like if you put uncovered food, it's just doing that to your food.
Yeah.
It depends.
Is
Though.
that what you're saying? Aftertaste, Eric? Because
Yeah.
that's probably
It's going to get that funk.
that funky.
But if you're just like, oh, I'm going to finish this in like an hour.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's
I'll
fine.
I'll leave it on the counter.
Meg, you have
in an
something to
hour.
say. A noodle update.
It's mac and American cheese.
Mac and American cheese.
American cheese.
Thank you, Drunketsu.
Yeah,
Let
I'm
us
good
know
on
if he
that.
knows the dog's name too. If we
Mac,
get another update.
what's mac and American cheese?
Well, you take the mac and cheese with American cheese,
With
not
American
cheddar
cheese.
cheese.
but that's not macaroni.
Well, they made it.
You tell them.
He says it.
Yeah.
is.
Fucking
Don't tell me.
macaroni is a type of noodle.
Elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking rotini.
Make my
Rotini with
macaroni.
American cheese.
Yeah.
They were definitely drunketsu.
But
when
why
they
is
made that.
the spaghetti sauce in the ice cube tray?
That's gravy, dude.
There's ricotta, dude.
Also, scroll up a little bit. Scroll up a little
And
bit.
he's got different types
No,
of
no, no,
gravy.
no, no, no. Back down. I want to see what else is in that photo. Go back down.
Prosciutto.
Right there. Yeah. Great value ricotta cheese. We could do better.
Hell yeah.
Well, okay, here's my other thought too.
Oh,
And
that's Walmart brand, huh?
looking
Yeah.
at the ice cube tray, I'm really focused on this
Shaming your
because
The color.
cheese.
the color makes me think this is not a bit for us.
He's experimenting.
for our benefit. This is not. This is real.
He's got red,
Because the
white,
real-
and brown
No,
gravy.
no. I don't think there's. I think it was all spaghetti sauce in there, in
Why
ice
do you
cube
keep
trays.
saying that?
Because it looks like
It's
spaghetti
labeled-
sauce.
But it
But
says
read
gravy.
the label.
I think he's making fun of the joke we made with Rocco. Good gravy.
No, it's East Coast Italians call it gravy.
That's.
I think that's brown
Oh.
gravy and white gravy that's been frozen in an ice cube
I
tray.
think that there is nothing in the back ones that was at one point great.
Oh, it's scooped
spaghetti
out.
sauce scooped
Yeah,
out.
I think so too.
When he makes his pasta, he's got just pop out a cube of gravy and
Yes.
it's tomato sauce, and he just microwaves it.
Yes,
You think he's putting that in the American mac and cheese?
maybe.
I can't.
This is upsetting.
This guy's a winner for sure.
So I think we should pick like each day, pick one, and then at the end,
Yeah,
we'll,
this
like.
one for me is the one.
So we're picking this one.
I
Yeah.
would.
The other one was
Most
this.
cursed.
I mean,
This one has the most going on.
And most aura, not
This,
cursed.
I question them, but I'm willing to walk away.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this guy in my good books now because
I think this one definitely has an aura to it.
Yeah, this
I don't
new
know
one
what
was
that
frustrating.
means.
I've never seen tray gravy.
No.
So.
the fact
So
that
we're gonna pick Drunketsu.
yeah, he's got a dog sticking his head in there. We have no explanation.
yeah,
on
I
the
mean he's
fucking
got dog
sheet.
butter, he's got uncovered, fucked up mac and cheese,
Yeah, this shit's
We got
He's got
the ice sculpture.
whatever this biscuit sandwich is. He couldn't even.
Cheddar Bay biscuit.
I don't know why I expected him to wrap that
That's Red
up. If
Lobster.
the pasta's just fucking uncovered. The upside down Pellegrino, like
It's all
Yeah,
fucked
this
up,
all
dude.
sucks.
you fuck your fridge up on every
The date
level.
wrong.
I forgot you had a fucking ice sculpture in there. His fridge is so cursed.
Look how we got like wedding photos.
We have
now.
another
Yeah,
update,
what's
man?
We
on
got
the
an update.
fridge?
Dog's name.
What's the dog's name?
Bucky. Okay, last question for him.
Fuck.
You got stock photos of random people on your fridge.
That's probably him.
Make
Yeah.
you
Why?
convince yourself that what?
There's gravy, but they are empty, right? We can see that picture. Those are empty in the back there.
Is it actual gravy or is it spaghetti sauce? Is it spaghetti sauce or is it gravy?
Those are empty.
Wait, can you ask him if it's spaghetti sauce or gravy?
I don't.
Is
care.
it
doesn't
like
matter. You're the winner for today? This is the most cursed fridge we've seen
Yeah.
of the day. We're gonna mark this one off.
You
and
win.
that's it for today. But we're gonna be looking at more fridges throughout the week
some butter in
to
the back?
determine who has the most cursed fridge.
Well, it must aura, not cursed. I don't think. Did we say cursed?
Yeah, we
We
said,
said
cursed.
aura, but it could be cursed.
It's
aura.
whatever.
Yeah.
We
okay.
said aura, but we're looking for some shit.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Like toilets with threatening auras. You ever follow that account?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good account.
They haven't been around.
Yeah, they fell off. I don't know. what
Yeah, didn't we try to post one when we went to that show in Indianapolis?
They showed every toilet.
That's the worst toilet ever.
I think they got caught at January 6th too.
Did they really?
I don't know.
Oh.
They were looking for the president's toilet.
Trying to find that toilet, yeah.
Well, I think that's going to wrap up today's show. We can do an after show as we usually do, which is a protocol for the podcast. But I want to say one more time, thank you again for our sponsor, Carl Strauss. And just a reminder, Carl Strauss is in competition for the Union Tribune's poll for best brewery and best happy hour. Can we get that link one more time in the chat? Mega64 Internet Soldiers, go to this link and vote for Carl Strauss. We're tipping the scale because Mega64 holds all the power.
Oh.
And when this is on YouTube, maybe that link will be in the info.
Sure. Yes,
Put it in the
absolutely.
info. So if you're watching it on there, it's in the info.
We're doing a whole week of podcasts, so we thank you for joining us on this first episode, but we're going to be back tomorrow. So clear your schedule and join us then. And stick around for the after show. Johnny, take us out.